What you waiting for? It's time. Time for love. It's time. Time for the sun and sand. It's time. Time for fun. It's time. It's time. It's time to let your hair down. Come on. Come on. Come on. To have no fear. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. It's time. What you waiting for? It's time. 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 What you waiting for?
Feeling hot, hot, hot. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of the Rebello Show. A very, very warm welcome wherever you are. And a very happy Mother's Day. Today's a big day. We're celebrating Mother's Day here in India. And it kind of confuses me because it's celebrated so many different places around the world on different days. Coming up on today's show is Goa becoming like another Dubai? There's a lot of misconceptions and talk about the Hantavirus and what's going on around the world. The sudden scrapping of the HOHO buses and our beloved Bhavitha Mandava at the Met Gala.
Yeah, I think Willie also wanted to just wish the mothers a happy Mother's Day.
We'll come back to that. I want you guys to wish them, but I want them to know who you are first. As we always do, once we mention the topics, we got to say hello to our team. Ladies and gentlemen, the Rebello team that make this all happen and put this all together, starting off with Mr. Ajoy Barreto.
Woohoo, another Sunday, another fun day with Merv and the Rebello Show. What say, Merv?
Willie, you don't need an introduction, mate. You're a big name now. Everybody in Ubodando knows you know. Mr. Wilbert Cardozo.
Hello everyone, wishing a very happy feast of Lady of the Consolation of the Persecuted to my proper parishioners, and a happy feast tomorrow is our chapel feast on our ward.
Mama, every week is fest, mother.
The month of the feast of Goa.
Last but definitely not the least, the one and only, the wordsmith, the wordinator, my beautiful wife, Mrs. Joanne Brito.
Hi everyone, happy Sunday. Hope you're enjoying your day, and I hope you looked after all your mothers today and all those mother-like figures in your lives.
Can I tell you what Mark once told me?
What's that?
If it wasn't for MFs like us, there wouldn't be a Mother's Day to celebrate. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, look at you blaming Mark for that one.
Someone's going to take the fall. You know what? It is a big day. And we laugh and joke about these kind of things, and we talk about different topics here on the show. But it is very, very important to mention Mother's Day in a big way. I want to take just a minute for all of you guys. If you guys want to send out shout outs to anybody, I miss my mom. I think about my mom all the time. She passed away a couple years ago. But Mother's Day for me is a massive day. Any of you guys want to say shout? Joanne, you wish your mom on the UK Mother's Day.
Well, yes, I wish my mum in March, but I've got lots of mother-like figures in my lives also. So your sisters are very much like that to me.
There you go.
So a big shout out to all my sisters-in-law.
Okay. Mrs. Cardozo.
Happy Mother's Day, Mom. Love you.
Mrs. Barreto.
For all the troubled times that we've been through, I wouldn't have it any other way. Happy Mother's Day.
She's a rock star, dude. I'm a huge fan, yeah? You guys, I'm so proud of you guys, and that's something that makes me proud, the kind of people that I hang out with. We appreciate what our mothers do, and we actually want to take this opportunity. Once again, I'm going to say to all the moms out there, we know how hard you have it, how hard we made it, but at the end of the day, it's not just one day that we take to wish you a happy Mother's Day. It's every day, but today's a special shout out to all you mothers. A very happy Mother's Day. Ladies and gentlemen, you are tuned into the Rebello Show. We do the show live from Goa every week, and it's partly to entertain, but it's also to make people aware of what's going on, not only here in our backyard in India and around the world. There will be opinions expressed on the show that are contentious at times, but they're our own personal opinions and not the implied or expressed opinions of the Rebello Show. we'd love to hear from you. Get involved. We've got our social media handles that'll probably magically pop up on the screen right now. Anywhere you get your social media, get in touch with us. We'd love to hear from you. Check out our website if you want to know more about the show, some previous episodes, or the people that I'm surrounded by that put it all together. Check out the morbidityshow.com online. And I say this, and people don't believe me, but if you really want to think, if you really want to test us out and figure out if we're live, call this number, 7507-246-246. That's our WhatsApp number. It's free for you. And you can speak to us live on the air. You can wish somebody. You can get in touch with someone anywhere around the world. That is why and what makes this show so unique.
Call us to wish your mothers, most importantly.
There you go. This is
no bigger opportunity than this.
Extra brownie points. You know what I'm saying, Ajoy? You can be anywhere in the world right now and wish your mom anywhere else in the world, or put two people together. Joanne sends shout-outs all the time. That's what the Morbidity Show is all about, bringing people together. Listen, I've got some really interesting topics that we're going to jump into right now. Joanne, where do you want to start? I want to. You mentioned about this thing about the Goa turning into. Should we start? Let's because we're in Goa and it's Mother's Day and our moms cook such beautiful food. This caught my attention. Goa tips the scale on childhood obesity.
I know. I thought this was throwing shade, though, by having this as the lead topic. But it is a little bit scary to see that it's about childhood obesity. But it's not just about what people are eating. It's also about having more of a sedentary lifestyle as well. So it's really about encouraging some of the younger people in our lives to just get up and about. Because I think too many people are getting used to being like ordering on Swiggy and Zomato and all of those things, and they're ignoring their mum's lovely home cooked food.
There you go. Can I just say, this is the age of technology, and this is exactly what's happened over the years, where technology and hardware has become so accessible. Phones, laptops, tablets. Kids back in the day, Ajoy, we used to go out and play Chor Police, Lobio, badminton.
Seven tiles.
Yeah, man. Gilly Dandu. When is the last time you've seen kids out there on the streets or in the playgrounds or anywhere that you have an open space where they play any sport? I see a couple of kids play football once in a while, and I used to play basketball in the courts. But everybody and their uncle would be out after school playing these games. Yeah. You didn't have the technology and the TVs and all this BS. I mean, I'm giving away how old I am. But that's why you've got this child obesity problem.
When it comes down to that, it really does, because it's as simple as kids are stuck at home on their tablets or watching TV, and they're not going out and playing enough. And I think even the food is so wrong today. Emphasis on carbs, on pizzas, and like Joanne says, it should be about healthy food. And I think maybe the government has to step in and come up with a program like they do in the rest of the world.
Just look at the States. Look at the U.S.
That's right.
Joanne, you mentioned Swiggy and Zomato and all these for convenience sake.
It's the processed foods.
There's nothing like home cooked. Like moms, on Mother's Day, we need to talk more about this. Mm-hmm. Our parents, our mothers, and some fathers cooked the most brilliant food with the best of ingredients that you could afford, right?
Yeah.
It's not this processed stuff that you can order for convenience sake. Oh my God, let me get a pizza, all this crap that you see on the internet.
Yeah.
And I think that's part of the cause, no?
I think so, yeah. I mean, because it's just so readily accessible these days as well. We've also got to think about the impact on the environment, just having almost like snapping your fingers and then a meal just turns up. But it's most of the times probably been pretty processed in the preparation, and obviously a lot of these ingredients, a lot of these E numbers to kind of make the ingredients last longer, all of these
preservatives,
processes and all. Yeah, and I think, there's such a rise in that type 2 diabetes as well.
But this is scary, man. Listen, don't reinvent the wheel. We say this and speak about this all the time. This is happening everywhere in the West. You look at these guys and they're massive, the portion size, the processed food, and they're trying to get back. Baba, here in India, we had some of the most natural, homegrown, everything was grown in the garden. Your vegetable, your fruit, your tulsi plant in the front.
Yeah.
And everything was natural. You didn't need to go to a supermarket. You went to the Posro around the corner, mom and pop. You didn't go to the big giant, and no, not giant, Safeway. What do you go?
Well,
the
Delfino's
supermarket.
now, those kinds.
So you buy everything from Mapsa Market. You got the vendors that people have stopped thinking about and supporting the local vendors that sell produce on the side of the roads or in the local villages. And everything is so processed with preservatives. And that's why Goa has an obesity problem. Goa reports 4th highest morbidity rate in the country.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
For all the wrong reasons, man.
Yeah.
I can't believe that that statistic, we're so high up on that statistic. That's crazy.
Yeah. And I think that also, because when you're not exercising, you're not getting out and about, there's that lower self-esteem and people become a bit depressed and you kind of go in on yourselves a little bit. And so you're not getting that activity, you're not getting those endorphins, the serotonins going, so that you're going to naturally feel better. And so many people from the rest of the world and the rest of India come here to have fun and have a good time. It's a little bit scary that Goa is really up on the ranks in those kind of stats.
Not just Goa, but India in general is the home of yoga, is the home of, if you're a vegetarian, this is the place to be. You've got some of the most awesome vegetarian food in the world. People come here from all over, but everything was natural.
Yeah.
Grown in the fields, off the trees. We used to steal neighbors' mangoes during mango season. And it always tastes better, by the way, when you nicked it from the neighbor's house. But everything was natural, and you put it all together, Ajo, and it was a brilliant meal, and you could survive and be so healthy. But everything's changed because of the age of the internet. I'm not blaming the internet or technology. It's got to happen.
Why not? Why can't you blame the internet? Why can't you blame?
Why can't we use it for good, Bubba? Why can't we use it for positive change?
I'll tell you why. Because back in the day when we had no TV, we were forced to go and play with other kids. Right?
Awesome. That was healthy, right?
That was the healthy
natural
option.
Sunlight, sweat.
Yes, and also I remember as a kid, we used to walk a lot. We used to walk to catch a bus to go to school.
Of course.
Nowadays I think children have their moms and dads. You just get up, you eat your breakfast, which would probably be an unhealthy one, and you jump into the car and you go straight to school. In school, I don't think there's any emphasis on
physical,
on sports, and the mentality of Indian parents are not to focus on sports as well. So it's a vicious cycle. Sad that it is, and sad that Goan kids are up here in this statistic here.
But it's you're imitating the West. You want to be like the West. I want a Burger King. Mate, we've got a Burger King and a McDonald's, and we've got a Pizza Hut in Mapsa. Can you believe that? So that's a scary thought, yeah? It's going to happen. Development has got to happen. There's nothing wrong with it. But like you're saying, lifestyles have changed.
Yes.
And don't blame the kids, you blame the parents. What parent has told the kids, put that damn phone down, get away from your PC, and go out and exercise, play with your friends, right? You home, you come in there, you sit in the, it's too hot outside. Willie was complaining about wanting to put an AC on his bike today.
That's true.
As we always used to BS and say, we walked both ways uphill to school back in the day. I walked to school uphill both ways. But that lifestyle, Ajay, what you're saying is so true, mate. People are... Yeah.
Go on, sorry.
I was just going to say, people are so happy to come and sit in the AC and turn on the TV, and that's my rest and relaxation after I work.
Yeah, but you can actually use the internet to actually get yourself a bit of a tailored exercise program. Any kind of exercise that you want, whether it's yoga, Pilates, some kind of tailored program, whether, for whatever age you are, to kind of work out different parts of your body so that you can kind of just get a little bit more active.
My darling, that's why I just said use the internet for good. Use technology for good. I'm agreeing with you 100%. Can I tell you, Ajay, I've seen this and I want to do it myself. I need to get off my ass and do more exercise, but there are some fun apps. There are some fun programs that you can put them on the TV and you can play games while you exercise, and I think it's great. You can actually play with the kids and get them to exercise. You can get in shape, just like you're saying, Joanne, online or programs or applications where you can actually exercise, have fun, play games, and you're absolutely exerting some energy and being healthy rather than sit there like a damn potato and get fat.
You want a golf simulator, don't you?
Baba, you make fun, mate. I'll punch you in the... I told you how much fun that was. We finally found, Siggy and myself found two places, where they've got a golf sim. It's all electronic, connects to the internet. I can play any golf course around the world. And it's not like playing on a real course because you're walking, but it's the next best thing. It's a simulated golf game. We played Pebble Beach the other day in Goa. But that's the point I'm trying to make. You can use technology for the good.
Yeah, of course.
And it's exercise. You're getting off your butt. Enough's enough. Enough is enough.
Absolutely.
So we got a comment from
Sang.
Goa Gale.
Goa Gale.
Yeah, Goa Gale. She says, I don't know what they're talking about because I go out and see my friends' children and they are all fit.
That's good.
Goa Gale, you're the anomaly. By the way, Goa Gale has only said that much. Where does Goa Gale live?
Goa Gale, where do you
You'd
live?
hope she was in
I don't
Goa,
know.
wouldn't you?
Goa Gale, it's nice that you actually take the time to send us a message, and I appreciate that. I would say that is not the norm. That's the anomaly. When you see kids outside, kids are supposed to be in shape, guys. Kids were never supposed to be obese, and I don't mean to be a jerk about it. They were never supposed to be fat and unhealthy.
No.
Kids are supposed to be in shape. They're supposed to exercise, not just their minds and brains, but also their bodies.
Exactly. And then they get tired out and then they'll sleep better. Because I think also what happens is a lot of the time, children are going to bed later and later as well.
That's right.
Sugars.
And they're
Sugars.
not resting enough.
Yep, sugars. And another thing I'm going to say to you is that we talk about this is as a physical thing. This also, like you mentioned, when you exercise, you sleep better.
Yeah.
But even for your mental health,
Yeah.
if I firmly believe this, that if you have good, healthy sleep and exercise, physically and mentally function better.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah? Enough's enough. Enough of getting fat. Let's get off your butts and exercise. Speaking of enough's enough.
Yeah.
You mentioned today or yesterday that you passed Sala de Nossa Signora de Piedad dando in Candolim. I want to speak Italianos. That's not Italian. Portuguese today. Sala de Nossa Signora de Piedad dando Candolim is the church in Candolim opposite King. What did you see there, sweetie?
So I saw them. They were actually setting up for another rally, Enough is Enough rally.
What is
in
it?
Candolim.
What's enough?
So it's Justice Rebello's movement where it's they've got that 10-point charter, and it's essentially so that Goa is actually standing up for itself and just essentially saying, please just stop some of this activity that, you know, we just don't want here in Goa. So I think you can actually, on the website there, you can click on the charter towards the bottom or on the right-hand side. If you go down to the bottom,
Dude, first of all,
charter.
stop. Joy, that's an awesome website, guys.
That's their website.
Promote this. Promote this. We like this dude, yeah? Kita matlare? What? Kita going to kita matla?
What
did it say?
Enough is enough.
No, what did it say on the top?
Stand up for your right.
Anik, so...
I'm asking Ajoy to read Konkani. Going
Ani sosun
to.
zaina.
Huh?
Ani sosun zaina.
Baba, go one back. What did it say in Konkani before this?
What do you mean? Right on top here, right?
No, that's something in Konkani. No, you're just zooming, dude.
Okay.
Go one step. Go back one in this thing.
Back one.
Yeah, kide mutla. Goinche. Willie, read that, dude. Don't let Ajoy read it because it sounds like Marathi when he reads it.
Goinche porjechi magni, the non-negotiable charter.
Oh, what an idiot I am. It's right in English right below that, dude. I might not be a pretty face, but I'm smart. Listen, Ajoy, get into this. And you mentioned this is an awesome website. Joanne, this is what Enough's Enough happening in Sala de Nossa Signora de Piedad in Dando Candolim.
Happening right now?
Yeah, it started at 5 o'clock today.
Okay.
So
this is the Justice Rebello.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So they were in Bishali yesterday. There was a public meeting at 5:30, and then today it started off at 5 o'clock. So it's carrying on the meetings that they've had across Goa, and they're rallying support. So I know that they contacted a lot of local people, a lot of people involved in the panchayats and all of that. And I think it's probably worth reminding people regarding the charter itself, regarding what it's standing for. So if you go to the top, we're talking about stop the hill cutting.
This is the 10-point charter. Sorry, Joe, in 1 second, let me say this also. So it happened yesterday in Bisholi. Aizmare, Bardes, and Ifalia, Ikra Tarikar, in Sangem. A significant meeting was held on April 11th.
So these are the ones, these are some of the earlier meetings
I thought tomorrow
actually had.
They're doing this on a regular basis more. They're trying to develop or encourage participation and push this movement to its logical conclusion. So you cannot just have one meeting. It was started in April, but Justice Rebello, who's spearheading this entire thing, He's having meetings all across Goa. And I'm so impressed by this website. I think they are just doing it so right.
Yeah.
And all the very best to them. We will be supporting this for the benefit of Goa.
Can I just say, and I'm a huge fan. I've never met this guy, but he sounds phenomenal. We've promoted Justice Rebello many times. Justice Rebello, if you're listening, we're huge fans. We want to meet you. We want to help. We want to do whatever we can, our little bit of share to help promote this. It's sad because this is one person that's come back with a vengeance and people are sitting up and taking notice. So I hope he succeeds. I hope, Ajay, we talked about the snakes in the grass here. Everybody to your face will smile and then turn around and stab you in the back.
Yes.
He's going to have a lot of opposition because his 10-point charter is stop the hill cutting.
Yeah.
Repeal zoning amendments, carrying capacity survey, water before permits, sustainable development, review tenancy orders, no development near water bodies, remove Mandovi casinos, seal illegal CRZ structures, and prosecute corrupt officials. Can I just give this guy a round of applause? Now, this is your 10 commandments.
Yeah.
And they call it the charter, Joanne.
Yeah, correct.
This is going to get a lot of backlash because you've got a lot of people with their hands in the cookie jar that are going to try and smile to his face and try and screw him over like they always do here in Goa. And we here are big fans and we hope he succeeds. You've got to support this guy.
Yeah. Absolutely. I mean, the thing is, the charter, I'm sure that they actually debated long and hard over what their original 10-point charter would actually be. But it's rooted in a lot of activity that's actually happened recently in Goa. And to really stop the rot. Essentially, that's what they're trying to do before it's too late. So I was down south earlier this week as well, and it was just lovely to go down south, kind of get a little bit away, far from the madding crowd. But then you kind of see you're going to somewhere that's maybe a little less built up, a little bit more rural, but then you're also thinking, what's the employment opportunities and stuff like that for people? You know, because it's trying to get a balance right for everybody in Goa, isn't it?
It's hard though.
Yeah.
You move here because this place is so beautiful, naturally beautiful. People come here from all around the world.
Yeah.
You've got a huge population of people that move here and they consider themselves digital nomads. They can be anywhere in the world as long as you got a good internet, by the way. Speaking of good internet. The fact of the matter remains it's a balance. How hard you want to work, how much money you want to earn, what you're willing to put up with. You can move to the south and be in the boonies in BFE, right? But if you're living in the north, this is the hubbub zone. You've got places like Asagao, the Strip, and all where things are out of control, right? What I'm so happy with this gentleman, Justice Rebello, the 10-point citizen charter adopted by the NGOs, activists, and the other people of Goa demanding sustainable development, protection of natural heritage, and an end to corruption in land governance.
Yeah.
Guys, anybody out there with a pulse, if you genuinely care about this place, now's the time to get involved and support this guy. I keep saying doctor. Justice Rebello. This is Enough's Enough movement is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity because here in Goa, I hate to say it, I'm going to say it and piss a lot of people off. People are suspect. People don't like change. People don't want something new. Everybody... they're very skeptical. Goans are very skeptical, suspicious, sarcastic, like crabs in a basket. If anybody's doing something right, they want to pull them down. But you need a brave person like this guy who carries the weight. He's got the pedigree. And support him, no?
Yeah.
Yes.
So now's your chance. If you want to do something, get off your butt. Enough's enough. What's the website? Sorry, Joanne, you were going to say something.
Yeah. So, well, we can highlight what the website is. Just read out the website name there.
It's enoughgoa.com. That's the name of the website.
Yeah.
And it's what you're seeing here on the screen.
Yeah. So what I was going to say was, because some of the other topics that we're going to touch on later on in the show as well, that are kind of intertwined into this. And one of the most important points on the charter is the carrying capacity survey. So essentially what that's saying is the development of towns, villages and cities should not be allowed without the government carrying out a survey of the carrying capacity in the village, which is talking about the infrastructure, the existing sewerage facilities, the piped water facilities, and just making sure that there's electricity that's available, the infrastructure in the roads. because so much of this stuff is about getting the basics right. So if we can't do that, then you're kind of building a lot of stuff on rocky foundations.
I don't know which one I would be more impressed with or more important to me. There's all 10 of these are so important.
Yeah, of course.
One of the most important one is prosecute corrupt officials. Ajay, you and I have had discussions, and we mentioned we're going to talk about how this place is becoming more like a Dubai, where no locals want to work and you want to import all the labor, right?
Right.
Just like they do in Dubai.
Yes.
But you've got officials in government departments that are not doing their jobs, and we've talked about this many times. Water harvesting, water management, land management, all the changing of the rules and regulations, and few people get very, very rich.
Yeah.
So the reason I'm saying this, because I live here, I love this place. I chose to live in this, as I call a shithole. But I choose to live it because this is my backyard. This is my place, right? How does one person on the Rebello show, how does Rebello make a change? You need somebody like a Justice Rebello with that power, and people will absolutely look up to him, admire him, and take him seriously. But all these 10 charter topics are so important.
Yeah.
And this is an enigma where you need somebody like this to make the change, right? I can't do it on my own.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So I was going to say, regarding prosecuting corrupt officials, I think everybody always thinks of people who have been elected into a position of power.
No.
But they're not talking about that. They're talking about people who are maybe officers of the law, architects, surveyors, engineers, anybody that maybe could be falsifying documentation, who could be making tweaks and changes here.
It's not only politicians.
Yeah.
It's not only we're not banging this thing, bad mouthing anybody. I'm just saying to you, you shouldn't have to pay bribes.
Absolutely.
Straight up. So the people don't understand listen, it's so important to support this guy, because this is a once in a lifetime. I'm telling you, this is a once in a lifetime movement where you've got somebody who's from a good background. He's actually from the legal background.
Yeah.
He's a judge, dude. So if you can't do it on your own, at least support somebody who can.
Yeah.
Before we move on, Ajay, mention the website one more time, Baba. It's really important.
It's called enoughgoa.com. And this is it right here.
Awesome. It's on our screen right now.
Yeah, and it's building on the shoulders of those people who went before.
By the way, you know who that is on the far right?
That's the Dr. Jack.
Sequeira.
Na. Valor Martuka.
And who's on the extreme left here?
A handsome going.
That's Dr.
Bandodkar?
Yes.
Is it?
Yes.
I'm guessing. Modi ko na?
Oh, that's a good question.
No, I don't know. I know Dr. Jack Sequeira. If you're saying what is Willie trying to cheat? Willie's trying to cheat and get their names.
Oh, he's doing AI recognition, I think.
But these are the freedom fighters, by the way. These are the people that afford you this beautiful place that you live, guys. Don't take it for granted. It's a slippery slope. And here's when I'm not trying to, what's it called? I'm not trying to sensitize. No, what is it called?
Inciting.
No, but this is a great opportunity to support somebody who's actually taking the time, and in his retirement, by the way, to make the changes.
Yeah.
Go on, Willie. Tell me the names like you big smarty pants. Even your phone ain't that. You might have a smartphone that doesn't make you smart, big fella. Let's move on.
So I was going to say, though, they've submitted this charter to the President of India, and she's acknowledged it. We've mentioned that before. She's acknowledged it. It's also gone to the Prime Minister, as well as the CM of Goa, and the Governor of Goa as well as all political party leaders in the
legislature. Why can't you say legislature?
I don't know. I'm tripping over my words.
No, you're not.
Right.
Nobody trips over their words like me. Legislature.
My teeth in.
Can I just say that we don't support any parties or anything else, but I got to say,
unless it's a beach party.
The beach party. Hey, boom, boom, shake. I like that. I'm going to steal that. The fact of the matter remains, he submitted all this information and this to all these are big names. The president, the prime minister, chief minister, all these people. At the end of the day, we want to see results. Dr. Pramod Sawant is a smart guy. And the only way you have any kind of change made is you get these guys making it public, highlighting these things that are absolutely going wrong, that we as Goans feel so helpless because they keep happening. They've kept on happening. It's the same people in power and nothing changes. So by making this charter known to all these big names and these people of power, I pray to God that things do happen.
By the way, Mo,
Absolutely.
the gentleman in the middle of this
Is
drum roll, please.
drum roll.
TB Kuna.
Who?
TB Kuna.
TB Cunha.
Yeah.
So Kun. Okay, who's TB? I don't know.
So he's a Goan nationalist and anti-colonial activist, widely regarded as the father of Goan nationalism. That's what's lacking today.
We spoke. Yeah, बोलो Sam.
Goan nationalism. When I say nationalism, I'm not talking about trying to create a separate state. I'm saying Goan pride. Let's call it
Yeah.
Goan pride.
Yeah, of course. But that's
We
that's a
used to
great
have
point.
it. We used to have it.
Oh, we still have it, Ajay.
And I think it's waning a bit with all our dear Goan brothers and sisters leaving us here. But I think we need to inculcate that pride again. And I think Justice Rebello is the way to go.
Why do you feel? Can I ask you this question before we move on? Why do you feel that we don't have the Goan pride? Get a couple of listen. I've got friends of mine. Get a couple of Goan men, a couple of bottles of alcohol, and have them sit around the table. And you tell me if you could say a bad thing about Goa, they'd beat you up. We are very proud of this place. But you're saying in a way that we were united in our pride, right? Right now you've got a bunch of outside forces and people that are not going. Is that what you mean?
I mean that we have... That's actually, you know what? You've hit the nail on the head. The problem is Goans are sitting in the evening, drinking their urak, complaining a lot, shouting a lot, getting drunk a lot, but they're not doing anything like Justice Rebello. We need 100 or 1,000 Justice Rebellos out there.
Mate, we'd be better off if we had 2 of them or 3 of them. Forget about 1,000.
So, at the very least, we can at least back Justice Rebello. And I'll tell you what, they may have gone to the president, to the prime minister, the chief minister, but that's not going to do anything unless we, come out and our voice is heard that this is what we want for Goa.
Yeah.
Not what you want, but what we want, the Goans want for Goa.
Yeah, it's about keeping control. As much as I can see, it's about Goa trying to keep control for Goa itself and for the development and the betterment of Goa, because I think just so much of it just comes back to money, because
It always comes back to money.
Unfortunately, the economical situation has allowed people to come in and maybe take charge of certain areas of industry and tourism and things like that. I'm just thinking, as I said, I went down south and just looking and, talking to people who are renting out some of these beachfront properties in Palalim, in Agonda and things like that. They were like charging 25,000 a night over Christmas and New Year for some of those beachfront huts.
Supply and demand, love.
I know, but that's a lot of money. That it's like not that many people are going to be necessarily coming in to pay that.
That's
but
a
then
different-
who's running those places?
That's a different story. That's a different can of worms. I agree with you. People get greedy, but if you don't have the time to make back your money that for all the expenses you've taken on during the year, and you can only make it Christmas and New Year, charge whatever you want. People are going to choose or choose not to. You could go to the Lalit where we play golf, and rooms are like 25, 30,000. During Christmas, there'll probably be a lakh. The point is that supply and demand. What we're talking about, Joanna, and I know you're on the right page, but when you have police and teachers having to pay big money to do government jobs, there's a problem.
Yeah.
And I'm going to piss a lot of people off by saying that, but it's the truth. You know how things work here. Ajo, you and I talked about going to the whatever department, and it's my time. Boss, paune 4 zale mare, maje time zalo. I bond ko shepota no.
We'll come to that, Mova. I have a lot to say about that.
So
very
we
interesting characters we meet at these
government
offices.
department. But that's what I'm saying, and that's what needs to change. And again, I can't stress enough. Listen, I'm not being paid for this, but I'm a huge fan. I've never met the guy, but somebody of his pedigree, his background, his education and knowledge of the law is the only hope this happens. There's only one Tiger Woods. There's only one Dr. Jack Sequeira or the other 2 gentlemen that you mentioned, right? These guys come once in a lifetime. Support this guy. Make this happen. If you care, stop talking about it. Do something.
Yeah.
Okay. God, I'm charged up, baby. Happy
Whoa.
Mother's Day.
You want to talk about cybercrime if you're charged up?
It's another thing that relates to technology. We need to talk about that too. What are we talking about cybercrime?
Well, essentially, it's been reported in the press very recently that cybercrime is actually surging in Goa. And
What?
they're essentially saying that criminals are coming from out of state, setting up shop here, and indulging in cybercrime. So, that's obviously really very, very disappointing. Some of these fake call center scenarios and payday loan scams and things like that. And, I've been just reading in the press recently that apparently there's saying that criminals are definitely coming from out of state and setting themselves up, probably thinking it's an easy way to make some money.
It is. It is. All you need is an internet connection. Again, I come back to the fact that that's what we do for a living. This show is sponsored by Infinite. It's a company that we own, that we work very hard to sustain, and we've got to follow very strict and stringent rules to provide these connections. We have had police contact the crime branch. I got to say this, and I'm proud of these guys. There's a young cop in charge of the Rebello crime branch. I don't know.
Cybercrime.
I want to say Gupta.
Okay.
He's a fucking rock star, dude. So we do our jobs and we do it very well. We have to follow the rules because we're under the spotlight. We get audited, right? So this guy's contacted a bunch of the ISPs and Goa. By the way, the ISPs have an association called the AGISPA, the All Goa Internet Service Providers Association.
Yep.
We provide these internet connectivity, these internet connections, and potentially some of these people that come from out of state to commit these crimes, they take the connections from us. So we've got to take every bit of documentation.
Absolutely. So it's that scrutiny and the KYC documentation is very important.
Is that the top dog, the PSI, the SI, the PI, whatever his name is? Yeah. Gupta in Ribandar. He's on the ball. We've actually had police come and arrest people here in Para. But you see it all the time. You've got to be vigilant. But these people come there and they think they can hide here and go. They'll rent a villa. They'll set up an office in the villa, live it up because they're partying and go cheap booze and cheap food and all. But they do these scam call centers from here, like you have in Delhi and Gujarat and all these places where it's really, really common. And it's becoming commonplace here, Joanne.
It's shocking to know that an ecosystem that is developing in Goa.
Little old Goa, mate.
It is. It's a real shame. Apparently, some of these scams, they're saying that some of these people that have been arrested recently, some of these scams have amounted to over 77 crore. So that's huge, because there was two separate set of arrests with the operations that they've been reporting in the press recently. But, they're not just targeting people that are in Goa, in India, but they're also targeting people overseas.
They do that all the time. This is not something new. What's new is it's happening here in Goa, right? And you've got to have somebody renting you a villa or a flat or the premises to commit these crimes. And you've got to be more vigilant, and if you've got a conscience, it's not about the money. If somebody's doing something wrong, it's got to be reported.
Absolutely. And the thing is, Goa and India is not unique in having to report some of these IP addresses or give details regarding IP addresses that are in use. It happens all across the world. Anybody that's running a telecom business, internet business, you are legally obliged to give up this kind of information if you're contacted regarding specific customers or IP addresses. It's just a fact of life.
It is something that is happening. It's been happening for a long time. And like I said, I've mentioned again, with the age of the internet, everybody's on social media and your devices and technology, and you hit this website and you get something pop up, and there's so many scams. Can I say, the one thing that bothers me is when old people get scammed, dude.
Yeah, that's really...
The telephone. What was that show we watched, sweetie? What was that show we watched called something?
Jamtara.
Jamtara.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen Jamtara?
No.
It's actually really good. We watched that on Netflix, didn't we?
We did.
We were trying to watch it in Hindi with English subtitles, but then we had to get it dubbed.
Not for me.
Hey, how dare
Not you. Listen, all I'm saying to you is this is something that technology has enabled, whether it's on your phone with a phone call, whether it's on your laptop, your PC, your tablet. People are trying to get money out of you. If something sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Don't fall for it, and protect your elders, your moms, your dads, your grandparents, grandma, grandpa. I'm absolutely fine. You got to have a code word. You've got to have... That's good advice, by the way. I just realized that myself. Have a code word with your family members. If somebody's telling you you're hurt, can you help Joanne out? What's the code word? Have a safe word.
Yeah, of course.
But it bothers me that the old people get targeted, dude.
I know. I mean, the thing is, I watched some of these scam programs in the UK where they're actually telling you what to look out for, and they do give huge amounts of advice. But the thing is, people who maybe think that they're immune to this, they're also targeting businessmen, extortion cases, fake abuse cases and all things like that. These people can get extremely sophisticated.
They are. And technology enables that, right? So they're with technology, they're enabled to get more sophisticated and absolutely scam up anybody. But the fact is that because people are using so much hardware, so much technology these days, it's a lot easier to get in touch with them and scam them.
So, it's just going to get worse now with AI. In fact, have you heard of the latest edition of Claude, which is supposed to be the best artificial intelligence platform out there?
Yeah.
And in fact, they've come up with an AI version. I don't know what the name is, but it is so scary that they, for the first time ever, AI company has not released a version to the public. They've only released it to the top 4 Forbes list companies like
Are you serious?
Microsoft, like Amazon, and Meta. Only 4 of these platforms, because they say that this AI is so powerful, it can analyze any financial system, find the loopholes like that. And they're so scared that if they release this, it would be used for bad intentions, as it always will.
You know what? You know what's scarier?
Yeah.
Is that this can be monetized. This can make you not millions, this can make you billions, dude. You've given it to the top 4 dogs, to the top 4 companies. What do you think they're going to use it for? So they're going to have it, they're going to sell it, they're going to introduce it as a product to their existing software, and it's bound to get out there. But Ajoy, that's the sad part, right? You can use technology for good and sell it and make loads of money using technology for good. But sadly, you've got the kind of degenerates out there that use this technology, and it's scary, like you're saying, has advanced as it's become, as it's developed. You can use this and fool your right hand with your left.
Yeah.
I've seen videos of like Donald Trump doing the Bhangra. Or Donald Trump, the silliness. But that's what AI enables you to do. Can you imagine some old person sees a video of their son or daughter or grandchild in pain and need money, I'm in the hospital. But that's how it can get, right? And you need the rules, you need the regulations, you need consciences, you need people that are actually paying attention.
Yeah.
But it's scary. It's scary.
I got a question for you. Do you know what is a standard of video, video standard for AI generation to show how good a video can be generated by AI? Do you know what is the standard video format? When you talked about Donald Trump dancing, right? That's the clue. It's a type of video that's generated of a celebrity. Can you tell me which celebrity and what is that celebrity doing?
Oh my.
Not a clue, dude.
Okay. Will Smith eating spaghetti. So apparently that is the standard. I never knew this. That is the standard for video generation now, AI generation. So every time they come up with a new, version of AI, which can generate video, they have to surpass or become better at showing Will Smith.
Are you joking?
I'm not joking. This is a fact.
Can I tell you why? Because every time he slurps it slaps himself. Just like he slapped Chris Rock. Oh, God. No, I'm kidding. I didn't know that. I've never heard that. But technology is advancing, guys. And it's listen, you better get on the bus. You better figure out that you're either on or you're off, because it's not waiting for anybody. Just take care of the people that are not as tech savvy. Not to fall for it. Speaking of viruses and technology, what's the deal about... Yeah, go on.
I want to show you this video if you think I'm joking. Just quickly. It's just a laugh. This is the early versions of AI generating Will Smith
Dude.
eating
spaghetti.
Now
Pasta.
This is 2025, okay?
Wow.
And now look at 2026.
Dude.
Right? So
you can't see Will's face, though.
Yeah, he'll show it to you. But look at this. This is all AI, by the way.
Dude.
That's Will Smith.
Oh my God.
So this is the standard. So whenever they come up with a new version, it has to be better.
I thought you were kidding, mate.
I was kidding.
But that's what's scary, right? I could send a picture to my wife, and somebody could send a picture to Joanne saying, Merv's in an accident, look at this, and he's in the hospital, blah, blah, send me money. How do you protect against that, right? You've got technology out there that can do it. And you've got to have safe words or code words in your family with your loved ones, with people you know and trust.
Yeah, of course.
Don't worry, if I've got a problem, just ask the code word, and until I give you the code word, don't transfer $1, a rupee, whatever.
Would
right?
it be old monk?
Oh yeah.
Just checking. You know?
Oh yeah.
Old monk and what?
Coke and soda.
Old monk, Coke and soda, baby. Somtachi kodi ani miskut pickle ani ek papad. Will you remember? That's my safe word.
Which one? You've said many now.
Oh, dude, I'm hungry.
How many are you saying?
I'm flipping hungry. Sumtachi kodi's prawn curry.
Oh, that's going to be a little
Miskut
bit
pickle
hard.
is the best mango pickle in the world. Papad khabara ka.
But I was just...
Ani sheet margo. Rago.
Okay, carrying on.
Rice, curry, pickle, and papad. Sorry.
Okay.
Go on.
If you'd have said that in English, that would have been easier, thanks.
That's why it's a code word. Hello. Go on.
No, all I was going to say was, obviously, in terms of AI and everything, there's so much manipulation even around AI as well, because I know a lot of these PR companies and people who are promoting with social media and stuff, because I've done searches on our company, I've done searches on ISPs in Go, and just, you kind of see how do you rank, do you come up there, and you also introduce your own company name, your location, all of that, and then it starts picking you up in those algorithms
Searches.
and everything as well. And I know a lot of the PR companies, they're having to do that. They're having to, even their job now extends to massaging the AI as well, so that in searches, in PR articles and things like that, you're gonna rank higher. Yeah. And it's
SEO.
just really interesting.
Can I tell you, as much, I'm a huge tech fan. I love technology. I'm not the most tech savvy, but I love technology. But at the end of the day, everybody's got a conscience. Everybody's got a heart, and hopefully you don't use what's out there for the wrong reasons. And it's going to happen. It's bound to happen. You won't have the criminals without the crime, kind of thing. You can't have the crime without the criminals. The point I'm trying to make is, it's scary how much and how quickly and how fast it's advancing. And people, you better get on the bus. Speaking of viruses and all this kind of stuff, what's the deal about this Hantavirus? It sounds horrible,
yes,
dude. Is this another COVID?
No, I mean, let's not get into real major scaremongering.
They got no. The reason I'm asking is they had those people on a ship, on a cruise.
Yes.
And they wouldn't let them off the boat because they had Hanta.
Yes.
What is this all about?
So it's a month since the first people actually died. So it's really, really sad. So I think this is just a small cruise ship, and I think it's originated from the Netherlands. And they're actually evacuating people. So the Canary Islands, Tenerife, has been nominated as the place where the ship has actually docked, and they're actually evacuating people. So it's a really intricate operation, and they have to then repatriate people back to their own countries. But that obviously all of that this kind of set up so that these people can be looked after. They're not exposing anybody else to potentially this strain of virus. But apparently the symptoms can take as long as 9 weeks to actually develop. So it's really sad because it's a month since the first people actually died. I think 3 people died on the cruise ship, and they're saying this is the Andes strain of the virus. So they're saying that it's something that's unprecedented, but it's actually been linked to a landfill site in the southernmost tip of Argentina, which is popular for bird watchers.
I see.
And they're saying that's where the virus has originated from, and it's carried by rodents. But it's rare for it to pass between people. However,
it's not as bad as they make it out. It's not as, listen, it's a very contagious virus. Yeah. But the good news is that it doesn't mutate as COVID did.
No.
Hantavirus is out there, mate. There's nothing to be afraid of. We've got to be cautious. You've got to be smart, like anything else. But it's not something that we here in India have been lucky enough not to experience, kind of thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's right.
So don't make a big deal about it. Don't get all panicky and go crazy about it. But it's out there. You need to know what it's about, be knowledgeable about it, and just protect. We've got loads of rodents here.
Yes.
We're the gold standard for rats in the world. The point is that it's carried by rodents, and it's rare to pass between people.
Yeah.
So this has happened, and salute to the people in Tenerife where they let the boat, because nobody wanted the boat there.
No, but they've been very well set up and very well organised.
Good
The
for
World Health Organisation's actually overseeing the evacuation, and obviously just making sure that the right conditions are in place to keep these people safe, and also those that may be looking after them and obviously servicing them.
And that's who deserves all the credit, by the way, the people that are taking after them. Listen, that's a shitty job to have. You need your PPE, what is it called? PPI? PP, what is it?
PPE.
Protective?
PPE.
So even with the PPE, you've still got to take care of people that could potentially transmit a virus that could kill you.
Yeah.
And the doctors, the nurses, the hospital staff, the people that clean, the people that drive the buses, the people that drive, anybody involved with taking care of and curing these hantavirus patients, we salute you and we thank you for what you do, because it's a thankless job and you're doing your job for a salary, but it could potentially kill you.
Yeah.
I tell you, man, those rats from Argentina really want to explore the world, eh?
Seriously. And 30 crew members are not disembarking. They're actually having to take the ship back to the Netherlands.
Wow.
So they'll remain on the ship and then they have to sail back.
Can I tell you something? You want to scare the hantavirus? Introduce it to an Indian rat. Introduce the hantavirus. Get an Argentinian rat and bring it to Goa. And our rats would kick its butt. That virus would leave the goddamn Argentinian rat and die in the ocean, mate. We've got so much filth here. It's and it's in a landfill too. Obviously I'm talking crap. I'm just being silly. But at the end of the day, it's not as bad, because we're lucky not to be infected here. We've got a lot of rodents here, and we've got to be cautious.
Yes.
So be afraid. Why are you looking at me, Willie? You want to punch in your nose, dude?
You should see the Mapsa bus stand after dark.
Looks like a red football ground, doesn't it?
Don't.
Why? But I mean, I gotta. I keep saying this to people, and people come here and they, oh my God, you got lizards and spiders and rats, and we live in their environment. This is the tropics. This is Goa. This belongs to the snakes and the monkeys and all the wildlife. We've encroached on their habitat and built our houses, so we're the outsiders.
Are you calling me a rat?
Yeah, because I was going to call you. There's a couple of names I want to call you, but your mom might be listening. No, so Willie's not far from it, dude. You see rats all the time. And then the snakes go after the rats, and then the dogs go after the rats, and that's how, because of garbage.
And the cockroaches go after everyone else. Sadly.
Speaking of Goa and something that you don't have to worry about, what is up with the HOHO? The HOHO, and I ain't talking about your. No. The HOHO buses, it's been scrapped. Why?
Yeah.
The HOHO buses were these buses that you could, by the way, HOHO means hop on, hop off.
Correct.
They had these beautiful, Joanne, that bothers me. That really annoys me, because they had these beautiful buses, air-conditioned buses that were transporting tourists and people that wanted to hop on and hop off at all these tourist attractions you could, like everywhere else in the world.
Yeah.
But guess what? We don't have the tourists here, do we?
Well, yes, we do, but it's just maybe they just weren't in the right, in terms of the business model for this hop on, hop off wasn't quite right, because they were launched in 2017 here in Goa, and there was one company that was originally looking after them in terms of the routes to carry the tourists on. And then that didn't quite work out. It just wasn't really that popular. And then in 2023, they tried again with another company to see whether they could inject some enthusiasm and get people to start using it more. But I'm not sure exactly in terms of how much they were charging or anything like that. But people, when they're in Goa, they want to be able to get from A to B. I don't think they're necessarily looking for a hop-on, hop-off solution.
Well, sweetie, can I tell you, why does it work everywhere else in the world? Can I ask you? I'm going to play devil's advocate like I do. This is called the Morbidity Show for a reason.
Yeah.
I don't know a lot, but I'm going to give you my opinions and ask you questions that when I'm thinking out loud. Why does it work everywhere else in the world? Why do we have beautifully brand new Kadamba buses, electric buses that are not being maintained? They got bond spit on them and they're filthy. You mean to tell me you don't have people to wash these buses? Let me ask you. the company that took on the hop-on, hop-off buses, do they have proper infrastructure? Do you have the proper sites that tourists actually want to go and visit?
Exactly.
Do you have the routes, are the fees charged proper? Has anybody done a study? You hold the people in charge of making it happen. Why do you have these faltu, I'll use the word faltu, river I can't say that. I shouldn't say that. Why do you have so many people flocking to the Mandovi river cruises in the evenings to pay $1,500 and sail down the river for an hour with this loud, jarring music? And they wouldn't pay to go and see some of the most beautiful sights in Goa on a HOHO bus.
But the question is, are they beautiful? Because if you actually go on, I've actually seen these. In
What, the buses?
Okay, as a tourist, why would you go on this to only see? There's nothing to see.
St. Francis Xavier, Mangeshi Temple. There's loads.
It doesn't go there.
Huh?
It's only in the at least in Panjim. It was in a set route along Miramar to Dona Paula, and then back again, and it went around. And what all you got to see, first of all, was garbage in certain areas.
No, but that's what you hold people responsible, right? We spoke about the football. What is it? What's a league? FSL? ISL? Why did that go broke? Why don't you speak to the people in charge? Not the companies that have taken it on as a business, but the government officials that have let you spend crores of rupees to buy these buses. So the ISL, just like any other corporation in the world, needs to be run by a jockey, the person who's the CEO, right? And he's got to do his job in order to generate the revenue to run it like a company to be successful. Yeah. Just like the HOHO buses, what government department permitted these guys to take on this charter and run this? Do they actually study and do a SWOT analysis of, do you have the right sites, enough sites, places where people want to go, and will they pay, how much will they be willing to pay? Have you maintained the buses? Is it value for money?
Well, you've also additionally doubly hit the nail on the head, is because what the Herald was saying was you originally had one company that actually launched it, and it just didn't quite work out. So you're absolutely right, Ajoy. It was going through Panjim, Miramar, Dona Paula. It did go to Old Goa and the Mangeshi Temple also. Yeah. Right. However, a lot of those things you probably want to linger longer if you're going to do that. If you're going to Old Goa, you'll spend a good amount of time there, and then maybe you wouldn't be going to the Mangeshi Temple on the same day. So I don't know how long the tickets were lasting, but that's part of what the Herald was saying in their reporting is, okay, so why did you not study, because it's Goa Tourism that has given licenses to two companies, private companies, to run these things, and they're saying before you launched it and gave the license to the second company, did you find out why it didn't quite work out?
The first company,
exactly.
But that's what I'm saying. Hold the people responsible. No, Ajoy, no, they do care, but nobody's holding somebody's head should roll. They should lose their jobs, right? If you're going to give out a tender, you're going to put out a tender for any company that wants to come to Goa and take on this potential revenue stream. Have you studied why the first time it didn't work the first time? Number one. Number two is a very simple question. I've asked this a million times. Why does it work everywhere else around the world? Why are we reinventing the wheel? So you should be able to get on the bus and go to a site and hop off the bus and get on the last bus at the night after you've spent the whole day at one site, or you've jumped on and off 5 buses in the day. That's not the point. Do what's being done everywhere else that makes it successful, no?
Yes, you're right. So hence, I wanted to ask Joanne this. There can be no bigger example of a double-decker bus than the one that we have in London, right?
Yeah, correct.
They are so famous. Yeah. And why are they very successful? I'm sure. Can you explain to our viewers why the double-decker bus in London is successful?
Because it has a top on it.
Well, in terms of this, I don't know whether you had a guide on there, whether the guide was talking to them and pointing out, this is what you're seeing here, why this is a place of historical importance. Because a lot of the time, I think maybe they had some audio equipment, which maybe people could put on and listen to. But I don't know how extensively that went. within London itself, you've probably got the option to buy a ticket or a pass for, 3-5 days, whereas you're maybe not wanting to try and compact it all into one day. So there's in different places, there's different kinds of models that you've got. But within London, there's a high concentration of things to see in a very small area.
Can I tell you what bothers me? And I said this when I started this conversation. People don't take care of anything here. Who's in charge of making sure the headsets in any language, when you press it, you put on a channel, the headsets will work and give you Italian or German or French or whatever the case may be, number one. And it bothers me because we spend crores of rupees on these buses, beautiful buses. And I use the Kadamba buses because I see them on the road all the time, the electric buses. They're filthy.
They're filthy.
If you don't, everybody here wants shiny new, but you're not willing to maintain it. You go to the government offices. And it's a crime. It's a shame to see these places covered in cobwebs. The pissers, the restrooms, the toilets are filthy. Yeah. I can't imagine getting on a hop-off bus. And what would I be paying money to go and see? Have you worked out a deal with the tourist? The operators have worked out a deal with the tourist sites. For example, we'll bring so many people to your place. You give them a discount. We can spend, all these things to go to the St. Xavier's or Mangeshi Temple. I'm saying St. Xavier's. Francis Xavier's. Yeah. The shrine, the Mangeshi Temple, the places. You do have the places here in Goa. Mm-hmm. But who's the jockey? Who's running this tourist? Do you got a guy from someplace that has no clue?
No clue, correct.
Of how to run a tour operation? That's never been out of Goa, that's never traveled, doesn't have a passport. Is he the guy running an operation, hop on, hop off buses? You've got to have, in the rest of India, you've got cultured, knowledgeable, smart people that are doing it because you've got somebody in charge that's going to make sure this is going to make money and not going to fail. You screwed up once and failed. You've done it the second time. Now, what happens to all the money you've invested in these buses? So if you don't have the right people making the right decisions, this is going to happen, dude.
But apparently, though, the private operator also stopped paying the Goa tourism department 12 lakhs for 2 consecutive years. So apparently there was
12 lakhs?
Some revenue share, maybe a lakh a month they were doing.
The cops didn't pay their bill in Kalangu, did they? They didn't pay the electrical bill. Why don't you try not paying your electricity bill for 2 months and see what happens?
Yeah.
For 2 years.
Yeah, so essentially there was some bank guarantee as well, 15 lakhs. So apparently proceedings are underway.
Oh, good luck.
Which is just the same as saying, give me some time.
Good luck. You ain't getting that money.
When people say, give me some time, I find that so infuriating because it's like, how much time do you need? Is it a week? Is it a month? Is it 6 years?
It's not going to happen. You know the legal system, and that's going to take forever.
But I fail to understand. It's been privatized, these buses, right? Then why do we have this happening? Apparently in 2017, HOHO was used for trimming trees.
Oh, really?
But that's the point I'm trying to make. A HOHO bus, which doesn't have the top.
Was he trying to generate revenue through cutting trees?
But that's what I'm... And then, did anybody clean the bus after before it was put back into service,
not.
right? So, Are Baba, then, how do you say... Nissan, Shantaram. What's his name? Willie, how do you say ladder in Konkani? Nissan, right?
Nissan.
So, Nissan card na kabra bus aad rahe. A ticket kya mare? I mean, boy, chodun, Zada, very simple. Kapak, simple amriti. I'm not surprised. They would have cut these goddamn branches off the trees to maintain the electricity wires and all this kind off these buses. But that's the point I'm trying to make. Forget about it. We're laughing. We're making light of this. But it's sad because it happens all the time. And a lot of money goes waste. Money from the budgets, money from the coffers. Yeah. Our hard-earned taxpayer money is being wasted. Yeah. And you're trying to do new things when you can't work out how to do. You have no clue. Yeah. Don't reinvent the wheel. What's this? Yeah, go on.
I just wanted to ask Ajoy, where is Atal Setu?
Atal Setu.
Where is that?
Atal Setu is the Mandovi bridge.
The bridge. The Atal Setu bridge.
Okay, why? Because basically at some point they had introduced a golden hour service, which was from Miramar to Atal Setu, and I think they were hoping that they would maybe get a little bit more uptake and people getting on the bus at that time. However, that's probably competing with those riverboat cruises also. So maybe that just wasn't the right kind of
I think
setup.
that is a fantastic idea. I don't know how that wasn't successful. Like an open air bus.
Yeah.
where you can get to see the setting sun from Atul Setu or Mandovi Bridge, as I want to call it. It would be fantastic.
Ajoy, can I tell you, Panjim has one of the most beautiful promenades, one of the most beautiful river views, historic buildings. Some of the older stuff there is, people overlook how beautiful Panjim as a city is. Yeah. If you had a smart person in charge of not just the private organization that's running the buses, but somebody in the government that could maintain these buildings and maintain the Panjim promenade, you could generate lots of revenue from people that want to come and see history. Why do people go to Spain and Italy and France and all these countries in the West, right? They've got the same. They've got the history. We spoke last week about, I'm not going to say Mala, I'm going to say Fontainebleau.
Yeah.
So you've got the historic places, scenes, parts of the city that people do want to come and see, but it's just got to be put together as a proper business to generate the revenue. I'm here speaking about reinventing the wheel. Why are we doing a Shackathon? Or what is this all about? Innovation Labs. You can't get your tourist season right. You can't give your poor shacks a break and get them open early to make money, and there's no tourists. What's this all about, dude?
So, this is a really interesting one, actually, because they were announcing earlier on in the week that they've got this Goa Shackathon that's happening on the 21st and 22nd of May. So that's obviously towards the end of the month when most of the shacks are highly likely to have gone. So
they're already gone.
So I don't know which shacks they're doing this Shackathon at.
There's got to be a mistake, Joanne.
So this is essentially the Department of
There's got to be a mistake.
Technology.
There's got to be a mistake. Because the shack's already closed.
Yeah.
So what is a Shackathon and how does it remote work hub?
So they're talking about turning Goa's beach shacks into collaborative workspaces. So it also links into, we were talking about digital natives, encouraging people to come to Goa to live and work remotely. But they're talking about bringing startups together, innovators, designers, students, remote professional workers for this two-day workathon? What is that?
Where?
Workation. Oh, sorry. Workathon.
Oh my God. Not got it. Hey, sorry about it though.
No, workation. So staycation. I couldn't figure it out.
Dude,
the coordinator's
she's tired, poor thing.
It's not my first language.
She's been on vacation this week. She's down south, mate. Let me tell you, she said it about 5 times. I've been down south.
A
workation.
I'm just saying because it's supposed to be an experience that they're focusing on technology, creativity, and then beachside collaboration. But I think the timing is very wrong for this, like you say. It seems like it's a mistake. And it's saying that they've selected beach shacks to serve as these creative workspaces so you can get brainstorming and innovation outside of a traditional office.
Can I tell you, I think it's a brilliant idea. And we've mentioned this already. I mentioned the digital nomads.
Yeah.
But this is a brilliant idea, and I'm not trying to piss on your parade. I'm not trying to be a Debbie Downer, but it's a great idea. But let's get step 1 and 2. Let's step 1 and 2 and 3 before we jump to step 5, right?
Absolutely.
Do you have proper infrastructure where tourists can get to the shacks? Are there proper garbage for receptacles for garbage? Yeah. All this stuff that you could, it's common sense stuff, right? It's being done everywhere around the world. We talked about hop off and HOHO buses. They're working everywhere else in the world, these tourist sites in the world where people want to go and see stuff. I think this workation is a great idea. Digital nomads, brilliant idea. Introduce Wi-Fi and captive portals on the beach. You can have people come and sit at a shack and work. The fact of the matter remains, you've got to have somebody with the brain who's going to bring it all together and encourage more people. You've already got the shacks. You've already got the beach. But it's the small details in between there that make it a success that actually matter, no?
Yeah.
All I'm saying, Merv, is that if I'm at one of these shacks and I have a beer or a urak in front of me, ain't no inspiration going to happen to me, mate. I'm going to be flat out, relaxing.
But you do want to have people come.
I may be inspired if a lovely lady in a bikini walks in front of me. Yeah, okay, there you go.
Yeah, there you go. Whatever.
See, he's the kind of guy we're talking about.
You're sounding like all of the other tourists that come to Goa. What's wrong with you? Get a grip.
Happy Mother's Day, by the way. You're making Mother's Day happen for all the rest of us,
It's
mate.
the reality of our times.
I agree, Ajoy. You listen, you're on a beach, you want to relax and stuff like that, but it's nice to be able to have the capability to be able to do some work. And as much as you're sitting there and enjoying a beer, urak, whatever the may, fish curry, sungtachi kori, whatever, get steps 1, 2, and 3. Get tourists to come here. Get the shacks open early enough. Get proper infrastructure where people are not getting screwed and ripped off every turn. It could work. I think it's a brilliant idea.
Yeah. It could work, but my question is, just going back to what we were just saying before about the hop-on, hop-off buses, all I was going to say was on Labor Day, I took the time out and I went around Panjim. And there is some beautiful places, and I said I went around Fontenay, and it was lovely to walk around. However, there's so many other parts of Goa, of Panjim, that are really absolutely filthy. There's rubbish everywhere, and it's really, really dirty, and it's hard to kind of maneuver around obstacles. So that's one thing. So what I was going to say was, obviously we've got to get the basics right first, but also for part of this Shackathon, have they got any internet service provider partners? Have they reached out to the ISPs in Goa that are going to provide bulletproof internet to these people? Because they're also doing a hackathon as well.
Sweetie, I think you just hit the nail upon the head again. Again, this is why we're talking about this kind of stuff, right? Yeah. You've got to have somebody with a brain that's going to put this all together to make it a success. I think it's great. Yeah. A hackathon, basically, you get a bunch of like-minded hackers together in a good, positive, good kind of way. But you need the connectivity.
Of course.
You don't want to do it at a shack, by the way. You don't want to do it on the beach. You want to do it in a place where people can actually work and have proper infrastructure, proper power backup, electricity, all these kind of things that make hackathons work, right?
Yeah.
We're talking about multiple different things, but I like where this is going.
Yeah.
But you need somebody who's got the experience, had the exposure, that's got the knowledge, that can put it all together and make it a success. It's great to have ideas and dream, but at the end of the day, you've got to keep your feet on the ground, on earth, and put it all together and make it happen.
Yeah, I love that. I love the aspiration of it. But like we've already said earlier, we've got enough is enough going on where people are saying, we've got to get some of these basics right. So yes, let's be aspirational. Let's be creative. Let's think ahead. Let's try and attract people. But then let's try and have it in a more joined up manner and make sure that these basics are correct in the first place.
Marv, you've always complained about timing. And the fact that they're having this shackathon or workathon or whatever you want to call it at the fag end of on a hot summer time of the year where shacks are already closing speaks volumes.
I don't know. I hope we're not making a mistake. Ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to the Rebello show. And we are expressing our personal opinions, which are our personal opinions and not the expressed or implied opinions of the Rebello show itself. Hajoy, I firmly believe we're making some mistake because nobody would organize a shackathon after the shacks have closed. Everybody knows the tourist season's been shit. It hasn't been that great. It's been too hot. The gas problem, the Iran war, blah, 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 has created this perfect storm where tourists are not coming here, and the poor shack owners and restaurateurs and hoteliers are not making what they would normally make at this time of year before the monsoons start very soon. I hope we're not making a mistake about the shackathon or the hackathon or the workation or whatever these are things, because these are great ideas. They could actually do very well. They could encourage and generate a lot more revenue.
Well, it's the IT minister that's saying it's going to showcase the state as a global hub for remote work and creative innovation.
Who's your IT minister?
Rowan County.
Who's also the tourism minister, isn't
He's the IT minister and the tourism minister.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's interlinked, which is great, but it like we say, it's getting
Doesn't make sense,
basics right.
I hope we're getting it right.
It's connected to the AI policy, by the way. All of this shackathon, workathon, whatever you want to call it, is connected to that new policy.
Reggaeton.
Reggaeton, baby.
Speaking of technology, and I love technology, I can't. You've got to embrace it. I want to talk about the Goa smart meters push.
Okay.
And this is we touched on it last week, didn't we, Ajoy? About the electricity. This is about the electricity meters.
Yeah, we did.
The Herald did a beautiful piece about the fact that this is going to create issues. I think it's brilliant, dude. Mandatory smart meter push sparks revolt.
There's a
Now-
pushback, yeah.
Yeah, but I'm saying to you, this is a long time coming. This is using technology for good. This is a positive direction to move with technology, right? A smart meter doesn't let people take advantage of not paying their bill and not take advantage of the electricity department. Right? You can't abuse the authorities. They're doing their jobs to keep you connected.
Yeah.
And in order to pay for their services, these meters, I think, are brilliant. They cut you off when you don't pay the bill, and they keep you running, blah, blah, blah. You don't have this archaic system of people coming to your house and knocking on the door and the dog chasing you through the yard, around the yard, when you're trying to read the meters, right?
Yeah.
What's the big deal? I don't understand why it gets pushback.
Okay, I think I may have an answer. Essentially, I think there are some guidelines which allows for smart meter implementation in a state. And one of the biggest metric is that your losses, meaning the revenue losses from illegal connections, etc., non-payment of bills, should not exceed a certain percentage of the company's revenue. So in Goa, it's actually, we are within that. We are not across that limit. And thereby, people are saying that you really don't require to implement this in Goa because we are not so bad.
Yeah, and I think there's conflicting information
Yes.
because apparently, on the one hand, it's saying you can't have a smart meter unless it's from the consent of the consumer, but then also other people in authority are essentially saying that it's compulsory. So there's mixed messaging there. And that's
Yes.
what people are basically saying. Don't force me to have it when I know I have to consent in order to be able to have it installed.
Willie reminded me that, by the way, we if you want to get in touch with us during the show and you've got an opinion, you want to say something to us, we've got social media handles that are going to come up on your screen magically. Yes, Willie, thank you for reminding me. If you're listening to the show and you like what we're doing, like, share, subscribe, but more importantly, to get involved while we're doing this. This is a live broadcast show. We'd love to hear from you. Social media handles are on the screen right now. We're talking about these issues because we're so passionate about where we live and the changes that are happening.
Yeah.
Ajoy, I don't see anything wrong with having technology implemented for the good. There is too much corruption and too much write-offs of bad debt that the electricity department is having to write off. These meters are going to weed out the people that are not paying their bills. And if people are getting illegal electrical connections, they're going to lose that. Too bad. But you've got to have the people in power, like your chief minister or the minister of electricity, implement these rules, because in the long run, in the long term, you will collect a lot more money and you're using technology to do the work.
But Merv, there should be consistency in the policy which pushes such an activity in a
Yeah.
state, right?
In what way?
If you have certain guidelines which says that you can implement this if, and there's a doubt about if in Goa, then you know what? It doesn't make sense. That's what Joanne is trying to say. If you have got some guidelines, go by the guidelines.
Yeah.
But
Or say that it's mandatory. But right now you come up with guidelines which says that it's not allowed. It's not meant for Goa because we are so good in making our payments compared to other states.
No. You're making it more complicated than it needs to be. Can I'll give you $1 million if you can tell me what I'm thinking right now.
Enforcement.
Teriak.
I was thinking about Aishwarya Rai, actually. The point I'm trying to make is, I've said this 1,000,000 times, and all I'm thinking is, if this is working in every other place, not just in India, but around the world, why are you reinventing the wheel? If you've got a smart person in charge of the electricity department, the IT, the minister of power minister, whatever he is, right? Now, what's working in Bangalore, in Mumbai, in Gujarat, in Tamil Nadu, and all these places where it's working beautifully? Find a place that you want to use as an example and replicate it, right? I'm not saying it's something that you're trying to be a trendsetter and something brand new. You have to use technologies and advance with the change in technologies to better your business, to be more profitable, to be more efficient, to collect more money, to shut people off when they're not paying for their connections. Use technologies to weed out the bad debt and the people that are doing things. There he is. Is that him on the screen, right?
That was the power minister.
So he's not an idiot. He's a power minister for a reason. He needs to make and assure people that it's being implemented because it's for the good. It's for the good of the government and it's for the good of the people. You pay your bills as you use your electricity and you won't have any interruptions. But if you've got an illegal electrical connection, because of the fact you don't have the smart meter providing the data and the information to collect revenue from your connection, it's going to be shut off.
Yeah, so I was just going to say, so if you just take a look at that, if you stay on this clipping, essentially the Citizens for Democracy have got a lot to say about this. So if you look at the two quotes, there's a blue and a red quote. So essentially this Elvis Gomez is saying when the power minister had said in the Lok Sabha in April, he stated that the correct legal position that smart meters can only be used by the consent of the consumer. The issue stands settled. And they're saying what is happening in Goa is bizarre because Goenka is actually saying we're creating awareness around a big fraud in the name of smart meters played upon by the common man in Goa. And they're saying essentially that the government is being subservient to big corporate giants to bolster profits. And they're essentially saying that the power minister's conduct is deplorable. So they're just saying there's some huge contradictions in what they're just essentially trying to say.
I don't know enough about this, and I'm not. We're going to wade into this, but the fact of the matter remains, like it's always. And we spoke to Shashank about. I think Shashank mentioned about keep him in the gray, keep him in the dark, right? Why has MOPSA market not been fixed after all these years?
Oh, what he was talking about he was just talking about getting those fast track permissions.
Fast track permissions is one thing, Joanne, but if you've got something that's working, a technology, an advancement in technology, what the hell? Obviously, you're going to have lobbies, powerful lobbies like these electrical companies or these whatever the guy mentioned, big fraud played upon by the common man and go by the government itself. These power corporate giants that are making revenue off the current existing archaic system, they don't want to change it. Obviously, they're a strong lobby. But if the power minister is not under pressure to make sure that he is taking his job seriously and advancing technology to make the government and save the government money, why should anybody have a problem with it unless you're doing something illegal? It's going to benefit the common man, the people that are using the electricity, because you're going to get more accurate readings of how much you're actually consuming. Pay the bill. It's electronic. Why do they have banking payment structures in place where you can pay your telephone bill, your electricity bill, your water bill? Everything's in place, right?
In one sentence, Merv, people just distrust the government because you know what? If you're honest person, you've been disillusioned by the system so many times.
Yeah, but you got an opportunity to fix it, Ajoy. You've got an opportunity to fix it right now, no?
We went through this process not very long ago to turn our old meters into the digital ones. So why wasn't this implemented then?
Because the technology probably wasn't available.
Rubbish. It was available. So now
then you question the people, right? The head should roll or something should happen. Joy, listen, we're not a perfect society, but it's sad because our Goans will complain. Our Goans will point fingers, but who the F is willing to get off your butt and do, right? So if you've got this guy in place, the power minister, and I don't know who he is, and I'm not saying that he's good or bad. The point is that whatever he's doing has to be like everywhere else in the world. You've got to be scrutinized. And if you're doing a good job, you get reelected and voted. If you're not doing a good job, you get replaced. The fact of the matter remains, if there's nothing wrong with power meters, smart meters working everywhere else in the world, why are we having a problem here in Goa? Goa's a microcosm. Goa's a small place. It's unique in the way we operate, right? It doesn't have to follow all the rules and follow the trends of everywhere else. But this is change for the good. This is technology being used for good. Why is it not such a simple, straightforward thing? Listen, the positives outweigh the negatives. Implement it. And with the support of the government, the chief minister, and everybody else, lobbies are going to be around. You're going to have big money trying to push you in many different directions. But you've got to take care of doing your job because you were elected and paid a salary to do what you need to do and do it right. And be held responsible for doing it right or wrong. Correct? I think it's a no-brainer, dude. Use technology for good. We mentioned this multiple times during the show. Use technology for good. Speaking of which, I laughed when I read this, that we were going to talk about it today. Why is Goa becoming more like a Dubai? And this is according to the CM, yes?
Yeah.
I agree with them 100%. In Dubai, you've got this oil-rich country. That's, an emirate. These Emiratis, they've got an oil-rich place where the locals are too damn rich to work. And they import their labor from all over, Pakistan, from India, from China, from the Philippines, from wherever, Thailand. And that's what's happening here in a different kind of a way. In Goa, we don't have any local or people local, like indigenous Goans that are willing to do the work. We've got people from all over. When you had the elections in Bengal, by the way, West Bengal, everything shut down because we didn't have enough labor, right? What's the CM saying about this, dude?
So he's essentially wanting to get more Goan youth to become entrepreneurs, because he's saying that there's more and more people coming from the outside that are setting up businesses locally and also getting involved in local business. So it's just becoming a little bit skewed, and he's essentially trying to rally the local Goan youth to actually just get a little bit more involved. And, I would strongly recommend that they also do that as well, because I think there are lots of great opportunities here in Goa, but it's up to the individual, what they're looking for out of their life. This is not a huge metro city, not a huge area where there's like a huge array of different types of jobs in different industries. And I do think that, I think Goa could benefit from the youth getting more involved and becoming even more entrepreneurial.
So, I take two objections to this topic. One, is the fact that the CM thinks we're like Dubai. Come on.
No. Don't take it out of context. Don't take it out of context. That's not what he's saying.
What is he saying?
He's saying that this place is becoming more and more like Dubai because in Dubai, you've got people that have been imported from outside to do the work. अरे बाबा तुका एक थापडा दितलो आमचे गोंयकार मरे बाडकार सगळे लोक बाडकार आमी करोडपती आसा आमी काम करिना आमचे हात मे करिना. I run a goddamn business and I work my tail off. I sweat every day, Ajoy, because it's mine and I'm proud of what I do. But why don't you have, if the CM is giving you an opportunity to train the youth in technology or all these different processes, I think it's a great idea, dude. Why don't we support him? You know what? Get the local young people a trade, knowledge, skills to be able to function and generate a good income, a good revenue, knowledge-based by the skills and training that they give them here locally to work locally. Why should you have all the outsiders coming have to do the work?
I agree with you. So, firstly, I don't think the CM should have compared us to Dubai, because we are definitely not becoming like Dubai. We're becoming more like Delhi, actually. So it's becoming like
I disagree. He's using Dubai as an emirate, like a place where you've got outside labor. That's all he's saying.
Listen, Merv.
He doesn't mean it, by the way. We got lots of money, by the way.
He means it in terms of jobs, right?
Yeah.
Seeking
but
jobs.
You just see the kind of jobs that are available in Dubai, and then compare ourselves to Dubai. That's one. Number two, on the flip side of this, he's right that Goans are a lazy bunch of people. And I'm one. I'm also lazy, I have to admit. So, it is because of that laziness that we, are allowing ourselves to open opportunities to others that should have been ours, right? And I'll give an example, Merv. Most people today are more interested in getting government jobs. More
in this thing getting rich, mate.
Yes, through government jobs, right? You talk about people paying to get bribes to get government jobs. That's the reason why we have rubbish people in the government today doing these jobs. They are not motivated. Now, I'll give an example. The other day, I had gone to a municipality, a big one in Panjim. I went to the cashier to make a payment. Now, bear in mind, their working hours, I think, up till at least 5:30, if I'm not mistaken. Some time back, this person used to allow receive payments at 5 p.m. Now, then he said, it's getting too late for him. He made it 4 p.m.
Shut up.
I'm not kidding you. So you come 1 minute later than 4 p.m., he won't even accept 1 rupee from you.
Baba, maji break time asa mare.
Then one day I landed up there you know what? He wasn't at his desk. I was there actually at 3:45.
I was just about to say, were you running late? No, were you running late?
Joy run late.
No, listen to me. Doesn't matter. Time is time, and the governments have to stick to the time.
Yeah.
So he was not at his desk at 3:45.
Are susumare.
Wait. He comes at just maybe 1 minute before 4 p.m. I said, boss, I've been waiting for you. Please accept my payment. What? I don't have to factor in the toilet time into.
No!
I'm not kidding you.
Are you serious?
I'm not kidding you. This guy actually said this. And the latest one is, you know what? I came at 4 p.m. He said, Zale, accounting Zale. I said, Baba, if you don't want to do your job, please leave it. Why do you take these kind of jobs? Why do you pay your bribes and take these jobs when you don't want to do your job? He took such offense to that. He almost started fighting. But I told him, see, boss, the rules are rules. You're supposed to accept my payment because of... But this is symptomatic of Goan mentality. Right?
That is so sad. That is so sad because it happens every day. And everybody that lives here and has to work the system knows how it works. And it's such a shame. You should not have to be afraid of anybody doing their job in any government or capacity. Right? Not the police, not these guys behind the desk and all. These guys are there to help. These guys are in a job that has been paid, given to them by the government. We're paying their salaries by paying our taxes, and you should not have to pay a bribe. But you know what, Ajoy? If you've obviously you've done it, and anybody who's ever done any work here in Goa knows how the system works. And it's such a damn shame, and that's why we still are where we are, in the condition that it's in. Where these places are filthy. This has got one of the cheapest labor rates in the world. And you'll have filthy bathrooms. You'll have dust and cobwebs. Yes. Nothing remains new and shiny. You'll have compounds that are overgrown with plants. You'll have parking lots that are filthy with garbage. You'll have gate barriers that don't work. You'll have windows that don't shut. You'll have all this crap. We went to the Goa College of Art.
Yeah.
Do you want me to go there?
Please do, Marv.
And it's a shame, guys. You guys have art students. Your goddamn walls are peeling. Your lights are falling off the flipping fixtures. It's a shame that you've got some of the cheapest labor rates in the world, and you can't have somebody oversee and monitor who's cleaning the toilets, who's swept the yard, who's done. It works everywhere else in the world.
And guess what was missing at the Goa College of Art?
Creativity.
Art.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking when you're saying the walls are peeling.
Joanne, this is a Goa College of Art. And I'll try and know, by the way, if anybody's looking for a job, that's why we went there, by the way. We missed the whole point of the story. We were looking for people. We wanted to go and hire some interns, or anybody who wants to work on the show and learn with us and grow with us, because we need all the help. By the way, if you're out there and you need a job, contact us, 7507-246-246. We've got loads of opportunities and openings. We're looking for somebody who's willing to work, learn with us, and you will get paid a damn good salary. Yes, sir.
Yes. You know what? You don't want to become another statistic, according to the chief minister. Then join the Morbidity show and grow with us, and be a part of a fun team. We're doing a lot of things here, and it's only going to get better. Ajoy,
we digressed from what we were talking about, and the fact of the matter remains that people should do their jobs. Joanne, you're getting paid to do your job. You're getting a government job because it's a cushy job for the rest of your life, but you still have to work. More importantly, like a badly behaved kid, you don't blame the child, you blame the parent. If the bosses in positions that are overseeing all these people are not doing their jobs, these guys can run amok, right? Mm-hmm. So you'll have peeling walls, facilities that don't work, blah, 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 blah. If you're not going to hold people responsible and have some transparencies and heads roll when the jobs are not done and bonuses paid when a good job's done, nothing's going to change. Mm-hmm. That's the system, no?
Yeah.
We should move from the mentality from people wanting government jobs by paying bribes to not do their jobs as government officials, to people who want to learn a skill, create jobs for others in Goa. And then I think the state would excel. But and we would not have comments like this from our CM.
You see, the thing is, I think also maybe what's getting a little bit lost in this story as well is that he's essentially saying that there are there are opportunities, and the government has been in a situation whereby they're supporting over 1,320 small enterprises here in Goa. It's created 12,000 jobs, and it seems like that they seem to have grants and money that they're willing to actually offer to businesses and organizations if you're a young, or if you're an entrepreneur and you just want to get going.
Talk is cheap.
Yeah.
You might have the grants, you've got the funds, you've got the budgets, you've got the taxes that have been collected, it's not the money. The money's there. It's how the money's being spent. It's how people are doing their jobs and earning and eking a living, right? At the end of the day, why should a government facility be a mess? Who oversees all these government facilities? The panchayat, your government buildings. There's got to be one person per establishment that oversees. That's a big chief, the big boss at the place, right? He drives to work every day and he sees the place a mess. The toilets stink. There's cobwebs. The stuff's not being maintained. If you don't have the right person just for that one building facility, that place is going to go to rack and ruin, right? But if you've got on a governmental, not a national, but on a state level, if you've got people in power that are not doing their jobs and overseeing and making sure things are being done right, where police have to bribe to get a job or get an advanced role to become a PI, you got to pay so many lakhs, or to become a teacher, you got to pay so many lakhs, or to become a doctor, or whatever the case may be. Why should that be it should be the best person for that job, qualified, right?
Yeah.
But it's the people doing the hiring that are taking the money and not using people's qualifications to give the best person the best suited job for their capabilities, their qualifications, right? So it's a vicious cycle, and it doesn't change. It's very difficult to change, and that's why you need people like Justice Rebello, Enough's Enough movement to start the ball rolling.
Yeah.
If you don't, your education minister, what's he done for education in this state? For how many years? You want to send,
especially of the poor people, right?
You want to send these kids to shalas? You want the rich to afford private schools?
Exactly.
But that's where it starts.
Yes.
It starts at the grassroots, the ground, when you plant the seedlings. These are babies.
Yeah.
These kids need to be taught the right thing and the right way to behave. And you've got to change these archaic systems. And you need an enigma like a Justice Rebello or anybody else. Listen, I get depressed because I feel so
sad.
It's not sad, but I don't have the power. I can't change it by clicking my fingers or wishing, right?
Disheartened.
I feel disheartened. I love this place. I love the people. I love the food. I love the natural beauty of this place. And I choose to live here as crazy as it can get. But everybody, and especially me, get so disillusioned because where do you start? And this is why we do the show. This is the only opportunity we get to talk about it, right? You need these guys to take their roles seriously and start making these changes and implement. You got so much fighting and infighting and finger pointing and like crabs in a basket pulling everybody down. You need people just to do their jobs, and if they're not doing their jobs, get somebody else.
Yeah. It's very sad. I was just going to say something that's just struck me on the page where this article was. There was advertising fish for sale, freshwater fish for sale. And I'm just thinking, obviously all what we've been talking about in recent weeks, it's just a lovely little classified ad. And I just thought, wow, amazing that they're having to take out a little classified ad to let people know that there's freshwater fish for sale, because obviously people have been quite a bit skeptical recently over the fishing industry and pollution and all of that kind of stuff.
But if anybody's bucking the trend or what the CM was saying, was that guy. I must say, right?
All right, I'm done talking about all the bad stuff. Let's talk about some good stuff, some fun stuff that's going to make you smile or make you David Attenborough.
Yeah, bless him.
100 years old.
Yes, indeed.
The old fart.
So he celebrated his birthday on the 8th of May, which was Friday, and it's the same day as my brother, actually.
Craig.
So he reached...
Craig.
Yes, yeah. So David Attenborough reached that 100-year-old milestone. So he's been the voice of the natural world for many of us for many, many years,
And what a
especially
voice.
growing up in the UK.
Not just the voice, the personality, the way
Of course.
he's such an absolute rock. People like him, Jane Goodall. It's hard to imagine he's 100 years old and he's still kicking butt, dude.
I met him.
Did you?
I did, yeah. I met him when I worked at the BBC. He'd written many books to accompany lots of his TV programmes. There was one, Secret Life of Plants, and it was a really hilarious moment when I was getting him to sign it for a friend, and he couldn't quite understand what I was saying, and he just kept shouting it back at me because he couldn't quite understand what I was saying. But there was a funny moment with my friend Jeanette. But he's reached a milestone, and everybody's been acknowledging him, from the King all the way through society in the UK and around the world.
And then, and they named a newly identified species after him.
Yeah, I know.
Commemorate
What?
his
Is that what that species?
Yes.
They named a flipping mosquito after Sir David Attenborough.
It's a wasp.
What do
Yeah.
they call it? Are you kidding?
It's not
Give me
the
something.
parasitic wasp, is it? I was listening about that earlier on.
Is that the best you could do for Sir David Attenborough? I'd be pissed off if I were him, dude. I want something else being named after me. I want what do I want, Joanne? What would I want to have named after me? A monkey, a chimp, or something
yeah,
like that.
probably, yeah.
I love my monkeys. But he's been around for so long, and he deserves the accolades. He deserves the
Absolutely.
praise. Yeah, go
of
on.
course.
So this is a very interesting article. 13 surprising facts about the famous naturalist. According to this article, it says one of the facts is he's still making nature films as he turns 100, which we knew.
Yeah. Wow.
Right. Number 2, he helped shape British TV before becoming the face of wildlife
Yeah.
documentaries.
Yeah, he was a scheduler.
Is it?
He was the head of BBC Two for a while, I believe.
Okay. Number 3, he's the reason tennis balls are brightly colored. Did you know
Are
that?
you serious?
Apparently.
Are you kidding me?
Yes.
David Attenborough, what does that have to do with tennis balls?
During his time as BBC Two controller, Attenborough was in charge of introducing color on television, beating Germany to the first ever color broadcast in Europe. Shortly after the first Wimbledon color broadcast in 1967, Attenborough pushed for the tournament to change its balls from the traditional white to bright yellow
Wow.
for
Good on-
easier visibility. Then moving forward, his brother, of course, played
Richard.
John Hammond in Jurassic Park.
He was a director, Richard Attenborough.
I see.
Yeah.
All right.
That's an amazing fact, but there's so much about it we don't know, and you take it for granted when you hear the voice. It's very iconic. Keep going.
Yeah,
Read some more.
Number 5, more than 50 organisms, including that wasp, by the
Yeah.
way, have been named after him. Didn't you know?
No, I didn't
Okay.
know.
I did know that, yeah.
Number 6, he doesn't like rats.
Oh, he doesn't have to worry about the Hantavirus.
Hantavirus. Number 7, he was rejected from the first BBC job he applied for.
No.
Imagine that.
Wow.
Number 8, he never passed his driving test and still doesn't drive.
Oh my God! Like half the women that work in my office.
9, his parents took in 2 Jewish refugees during the World War II.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Number 10, he tries to write back to fans, which is great.
Yeah.
Amazing. 11, he served in the Royal Navy.
Not surprised. I'm not surprised.
Number 12, his first BBC program was about a living fossil. You know that fish? It's called something. What is it called? Yeah, coelacanth. Oh, yeah.
Coelacanth.
Yeah.
Not like Neil Kant. Are you serious? Go read that again. Read that for me.
Yes. So his first ever BBC program was about what they called the living fossil.
Wow, dude.
Attenborough's first BBC program as a trainee producer was on the coelacanth.
They thought it was extinct, by the way.
They thought it was extinct. They in fact had fossils of this fish, which they thought was gone. But his first visuals or program was on this thing, which is amazing.
Wow.
And number 13, apparently a baby mountain gorilla attempted to steal his shoes at one time.
Yeah, you've seen this. Have you seen this clip of him with the gorillas? It's amazing. You've seen this,
Dude,
haven't you?
it's amazing how they took to him, right? And they got comfortable with him, but that's so scary because at any time, the big dog is sitting right next to him and watching the kids play with him, right? It's amazing. I love, those are my favorite animals. What number are you on, 13, 14?
That was 13, yes. And
Then?
we're done. That's it.
13 facts.
Yes.
You know what, Joy? I'm so in awe of him because that voice on its own.
Yeah.
He's when it comes to people like I said, like Jane Goodall, Sir Richard Attenborough, and their voices, what they've done for the environment.
Absolutely.
is impressive. It's hard to imagine he's 100 years old.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think there was a really nice film as well, I think, that was also depicted of the king, who'd actually said he was wishing him a happy 100th birthday with a little help from his friends. And there's a really nice, if you look on the BBC website, you'll just see that there's all these animals that get involved to send him birthday greetings. And then he's given an envelope, and he's sitting in the Royal Albert Hall next to Prince William as this gets delivered to him, like wishing him greetings, because the concert was in his honor.
It's nice that he actually gets the credit, because what he's done for mankind when it comes to the environment, with wildlife, with animals, it's hard to imagine he's 100 years old. Speaking of animals, there's something that you mentioned to me earlier about something that was discovered in China, by the way. A two-headed snake species. Ajo, you're full of it. You're full of it. There's no way. We've got snakes here in Goa, right?
Yeah.
Ajay said to me, no,
we got snakes
two-headed.
Who represent us.
Snakes on a plane, snakes on a plane.
Snakes in the grass. Two-headed snake species. Are you serious?
Yes, there is. I'm about to bring the visual up.
Take your time, mate. Don't worry about it. We'll be here for dinner. I thought it was intriguing that we were going to talk about Richard Attenborough, and this tied right into nature. David Attenborough. Who was Richard Attenborough?
Richard Attenborough was his brother. Unfortunately, he died. He was in Jurassic Park, but I actually also saw him at Edinburgh Airport as well, going to the
Richard Attenborough.
Yeah, going to the Edinburgh Fringe Festival.
R&D, Richard and David. Ajoy, seriously, all jokes aside, show me a picture of I want to know the two-headed snake species. This is not a one-off.
Yes, so this is the two-headed snake species that they discovered in South China. The new snake species, nicknamed the Guangji two-headed snake, has been discovered.
Where are the two heads, mate?
So it looks like two heads. So can you see this thing here?
Yeah.
That's one head and that's the other head. But one of it is...
That's a tail!
We have a Malun over here in Goa, so I'm not...
This is all Fortkiro Marti.
No, this is...
Full screen core?
I will try. Put it on full screen.
Really?
Second.
How does it become a two-headed snake? It's got two ends. You got eyes on the other end?
Look at it. Can you tell me...
dude! You're right. Look at C and D. Oh, it looks like that, but it's not actual, yeah?
Exactly.
Oh, it's a two-headed... I thought you had I was looking to see a snake with two heads, dude. Nah.
No. Do you know that India has its two-headed snake variety?
Yeah? You're going to tell me?
Yes, I am. It's called... I don't know what it's called, but it looks like this. Can you see this? It's actually like a boa.
Galli, screener, galli.
Like a boa constrictor.
Yes. Two-headed, dude. But the two-head is not like two heads on one end. It's one head on each end.
The two-headed snake. And guess what? This particular snake is valued at 25 crore.
What?
Okay. So I was waiting for that reaction. I never knew about this.
25 crore for this snake.
Yes.
Why?
I'll tell you why.
Apparently, it has medicinal benefits.
No.
Yeah.
So,
again, I go back to one of my stories. I don't know why these stories happen to me. But in Bangalore once, I saw the snake on the road in a very populated area. And I was wondering why it was there.
the same 25 crore snake?
Not the same 25 crore. But I rescued that snake and I gave it to the some wildlife rescuer. And I was wondering how the hell was a snake like this in the heart of Bangalore? And he gave me some interesting insight. Apparently, there is a legend or myth that says that if you have one of these snakes and it grows beyond a certain length, then you'll become that much more richer. So people they breed these snakes in the hope that these businessmen buy these snakes, thinking that if they grow a certain length, they're going to be very rich. So that's why I think maybe this one is a particular length and it's worth 25 crore.
Wow.
It's like these guys that do the investment marketing, calling you to invest your money, and depending on which way the agarbatti smoke goes, that's what kind of day you're going to have, and this is where to invest your money, mate. It's a lovely story and all, but I don't like snakes. At the end of the day, if somebody's willing to pay 25 crore for whatever the case may be, good for them if they've got the money. I've got better things to spend my money on. Speaking of which, I love this story. Can we end? We're going to end pretty soon. Talk about this 15-year-old little Ethiopian who turned trash into Instagram's most wanted fashion. This blows my mind. I haven't seen anything about it.
So talk about it.
I don't know anything about it. You guys put it on to me. I love the fact that she's only 15.
Yeah.
I love the fact that she's from Ethiopia because that's one of my favorite cuisines. I love Ethiopian food. I've eaten Ethiopian food all my life and I love it. I haven't had it in 14 years since I've been here in Goa.
14 years.
How long have I been in Goa?
My word.
How long have I been here?
Yeah. So 2011, you moved back here.
2011?
Yeah.
So 2011 to 25 is what, 14 years, no? 15, 16 years? Whatever.
Yeah.
I love Ethiopian food. And this little 15-year-old girl turned trash into Instagram's most wanted fashion. Ajoy surprised me.
Wow.
Get it?
Yes. 15-year-old designer from Ethiopia.
What is it? Tell me, dude.
Most unexpected fashion obsession. 5 weeks ago, apparently. Almost nobody outside small corner of Instagram had heard of Kaluputik.
You
Not a full screen code, man. I can't see it, dude. I cannot see it. It's too damn small.
The teenager behind the Instagram page, Kalupotics, has crossed millions of followers in record time, and his clips regularly rack up tens of millions of views. Fashion accounts repost him, meme pages obsess over him, and even people who normally scroll past fashion content can't seem to stop where his videos appear.
Can
on
you
their
zoom?
feed. Let's find out
see
why.
what it is. Hey, zoom card, man. I can't see anything. I'm too old. I'm too goddamn blind. This blows my mind because he's only 50. It's a dude? It's a guy or a girl?
This guy.
15 years old, and he's done something. Can you all zoom anytime this week? Can we zoom? Zoom.
Like,
zoom.
Hang on.
Zoom.
It's zoom like Hubble telescope would zoom right now. I don't know how you know.
I can't see it, dude.
Okay, okay.
I said center. What is the fashion statement? He's taking garbage and he's wearing garbage, and it's made it that. Get it?
I don't know. It's looking
Okay,
like Indiana
I'll look
Jones
for
from a
the
distance.
fashion. I'll look for the fashion statement. Give me a minute. So talk about him though. In the meantime.
15 years old. He's an enterprising entrepreneur, but I don't get it. He's put on garbage, and why has it become so popular? Obviously, you got to have a different kind of fashion sense.
I was going to say, it's looking like he's just trying to be some other icons. He's dressing up as icons. It looks like that for me. I was basically thinking, I thought we were going to talk about our beloved Bhavitha Mandava.
Yes, now
talking
that's
about fashion.
the chocolate that I want to end this segment on, mate. The show on the famous, our beloved. She's absolutely sweet. The young lady, the first representative for Chanel.
Indian representative.
Bhavitha Mandava.
Yeah.
But Joanne, I wasn't impressed by the outfit. Did you see the outfit she wore?
Yes, do you know what? I looked at that because the thing is, the whole Met Gala this year, the theme of it was actually art as fashion. So there was people coming in really
She was in
ostentatious.
jeans.
Well, you say that. But if you dig a little deeper, so if we talk about what she was wearing, it's essentially saying from a distance, her Chanel outfit looked disarmingly simple. It was basically a sheer zip-up jacket and in what appeared to be a pair of low-slung jeans. However, actually, if you looked a little closer, the denim was not denim at all. It was actually silk muslin. So they actually weren't jeans at all. So printed and constructed to mimic jeans. So that's essentially what it was. That's what she was wearing. So that detail, seemed to pass everybody by on the night. So it was a lot of the fashion websites later down the line were essentially saying that understated elegance was phenomenal. But again, it split the internet, and there was obviously a lot of people commenting on it globally and obviously, within India itself.
She was obviously having a lot of fun, though. Look at this picture where she's with a bunch of celebrities, I think.
This is not at the Met Gala, though.
This is at the Met Gala.
Is it?
Yeah, it's exactly.
Yeah, she's wearing the outfit.
But I listen, they look like normal denim jeans, and I'm saying, you know what, dude, you're representing Chanel. You could have done a little bit better than that. The whole theme, the outfit is what is the theme of the show?
What is it?
The theme was art, fashion as art.
Okay.
So some people were kind of wearing, were kind of dressed as some iconic figures.
This is a lovely
from
picture, by the way.
artwork
Yeah,
and
do you know who
things.
this
This is a lovely picture. No.
Do you know who the celebrity is, though?
No.
Have you heard of the song?
Yeah.
Is that the one who sings it?
Yeah, that's the one.
But dude, I don't see any of their outfits representing art. Well,
You want to see outfits? I'll show you outfits.
Dude, that's what. There you go. Now that's representation of artwork. What the hell is she wearing, that dude?
Yeah, but
is that
there's a lot
jewelry?
of, yeah, it looks like it. But
Rihanna.
there's a lot of
Rihanna.
controversy around it as well,
Why?
isn't it?
Why?
Because Jeff Bezos and his wife were sponsoring it.
Oh,
as
Joanne,
well.
I don't want to talk about Jeff Bezos. Let's
I know, but-
admire these beautiful outfits. What the hell did this dude come out the shower?
Is that? Does he
Yeah,
have-
there.
Hang on. Does he have a cricket ball in his hand?
It's a Fabergé egg.
Okay.
That's an. Oh my God, who's that? That's Queen Bee.
That's Beyonce.
Yeah.
Oh my God, look at that outfit. She's killed about 14 damn bears.
But that's what a lot of people were saying, you know, a lot of animal rights activists and people who are caring about the environment are saying there was a lot of feathers on show, and you can actually use a lot
Ajay,
of
go back.
alternatives to feathers.
Tom Ford, go. Who's this? And what's she wearing, dude? Yeah, get there.
This is Tiana Taylor.
Tiana Taylor and Tom Ford. I
Tom
don't know what
Ford.
that are. But this is fashion representing art. That's something simple. Okay. All right.
This is Doja Cat.
Is that Doja?
Yes.
I don't know who she is. Who's there you go.
This is Nicole Kidman.
Yeah.
But how is that imitating any art? I don't get that.
Well, you don't know
Beyonce
what
and
the
Rihanna. Okay, I get
inspirations
you. What is that? Is that just supposed to represent blood on the screen? Keep going. Whoa-ha! Who's this?
This is Tyler.
Tyler. Who the hell is Tyler? And Valentina.
He must be an artist, I guess.
It's impressive. It's a hell of an outfit.
This is
Sabrina Carpenter.
And Dio and
Chopard.
Chopard.
Wow. There you go. There's an outfit.
This is Hailey Bieber in Saint Laurent.
Is she related to Justin Bieber?
She's married to him.
Is she really?
Yes. And apparently this corset type thing she's wearing is made of pure gold.
Dude, I hope she don't get robbed. I'm gonna jack that girl. What is this? This is just a pretty dress, dude.
Charlie XCX.
Charlie XCX.
In Saint Laurent. Okay.
This is
That is imitating art. Now that's a painting. What the hell's that painting trying to say, though?
This is about tumors, overgrown tumors.
Shut up. I was thinking the same thing. This looks like intestines.
God.
Who got it? Cardi B with Mark Jacobs. What? Oh my God.
Jester's in the house.
Jeez, oh flip, dude. He's got like military pants on. You know what this? What is that? Officer and gentleman pants?
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, when they're passing out.
He's a
at the
good-looking
end.
guy, but that outfit ain't gonna cut it
Colin
for me.
Domingo.
Who's this lovely lady?
This is
Ayo Eddieberry. That's in Chanel.
Oh,
This has got to be Kim.
Kim. Kim Kardashian.
Chetti kanon pala berto.
She's wearing something. I don't know what it is.
That's a hell of an outfit, dude. That takes balls.
Who's
man.
this? Well, who's
Don't
this?
know. Oh wait, don't tell me. I no clue, dude. I have no clue.
Blue Ivy Carter.
Oh, this is Jay-Z and Beyonce's daughter.
Is it?
Blue
Yeah.
Ivy.
Yeah.
I see.
In
She's grown
Balenciaga.
up.
Come on, Mo. You know who this is.
This thing, Williams. Look at those legs, dude. Look at her legs. Look at the calves. She should be a football player. She's a famous tennis player. Serena.
Yeah.
Serena Williams.
Lady Gaga.
No ways. Emma Chamberlain.
Not a clue, man.
Okay.
Look at, now that's art. Go back. Now, that is art. That is a piece of art. That is a dress. That is fashion imitating art.
Okay.
I need God. This is one of the Kardashians now.
Kardashians.
Kendall Jenner. Whoa, this girl forgot to put a dress on. Pull it up. Pull it. Doesn't that dress look like it's falling down and she needs to pull it up?
I guess that's what the effect
it's
they were going
supposed
for,
to do.
right?
Imitating
Kylie
artwork.
Jenner that was.
Kodre.
This I don't know.
She looks really mean,
Alex
dude.
Gossani.
Not a clue in Gucci. Yeah, Gorn. Oh, God. What the hell is this outfit? This is like
I used to wear those tights in the 80s.
This is like that game. It reminds me of the game. What's the game with all the dots, the colored dots? I can't remember the name
Like
of the game.
Pac-Man type.
No.
thing.
That's a simple but elegant dress. I don't know. Wow. Who the hell this? This is the Kardashian mom?
Yes.
Is that her?
Yeah.
She's coming in a bathrobe. Yeah, it's Kris Jenner. Dolce & Gabbana. Wow.
That's some brat roll, I'll tell you that.
What the hell is that? This dude looks like he's coming out of fucking pajamas. Joe Burrow. Cartier. Oh, that is artwork. That is a piece of art. Who's this?
That's Saw.
SZA in Baudet. That's another piece of artwork. Cartier.
I think this is body paint.
No, it's... Dude, that's amazing. Can you imagine?
But quite
Hey,
often they do that. The body paint like
Yeah,
that.
but that's a dress, sweetie.
It may
And that's
or may
been put
not
together
be.
with different fabrics. Wow. Come on, Ajoy. Give me one more. Who the hell is this old man? This here man, this what that guy.
It looks like
Bad Bunny.
You know, he looks like one of our.
Isn't that Bad Bunny?
You're right.
What
Bad
wrong?
Bunny, but
Yes, I got it right. He looks like a
But
fucking
they
90.
he
dress
looks
him
like
up like
one of our
that.
Indian Bollywood actors. What's his name?
Not a clue. Not a clue. Scroll.
We're bad at our Bollywood.
Damn, that's a dress, dog. That is a dress. She's barefoot. That's a dress, dude. If you shake the wrong way, guess what? Oh my God. Look at this, dude. That's a jacket.
All right, I think.
Condre. Zale, sol. Cool. Can we do one last? Can I do my favorite story? And no, it is not Punch the Monkey.
What is it?
I love this. This is a politician in Hungary. Oh, now you're going to show me pictures that I don't want to see it anymore.
No. What was that boy's art about?
This is that Kalupa.
Is this the art for? Is this the artwork?
This is that Kalupa Putix.
Oh, this is a 15-year-old,
Yeah,
right?
this is a 15-year-old.
Oh, this is impressive. Give him some credit, dude. He's turning garbage into art. Dude, that's cool. Some chaps. He's 15 years old. Kudos to him, dude. Look at the boots. Signature creative style. Wow.
They're saying a Russian guy's now imitating what
imitating
this young guy's
They
doing.
should have invited this guy to the Met Gala, dude.
Yeah,
looks
he should have been at the Met
amazing.
He
Gala.
should have been at the Met Gala. Look at this kid, dude. 15 years old.
Wow.
That's impressive, yeah? I mean, I won't wear this stuff, but I think it's impressive that a 15-year-old can turn around and be so, wow.
Very creative.
I'll tell you what, but considering that, in Ethiopia, the economy is so bad.
Mm-hmm.
And literally, I think that what this guy is making his fashion out of is garbage.
But Ajay, that's very impressive,
very
right?
impressive.
That's creativity at its finest.
And he's proud of it, and he should be. Right?
And there again, that's using social media, that's using technology for the good. You're able to put this out there for the world to see and clogging up Instagram. But this guy deserves all the credit because he's been so, check it out, dude.
And 15.
He's 15 years old. Why is he standing on that board?
Perfect.
Huh? For effect. What's up, dog? I'm trying to make you look taller.
Amazing.
Kudos to him. Well done, dude. Some of the stuff is impressive. He's still standing on the board.
No, but he's rocking on it.
Is that what he's rocking on?
He rocks around.
You got to be smoking something to be doing this kind of artwork. That's impressive.
I
man.
just love it when people are just doing their thing and love what they're doing. It is so inspirational.
I'd love to find out from him why he stands on that board because he's going back and forth. It just gives him the ability to move the
He
way
looks
he's
so
moving.
smooth on it.
is, he
Other
is.
people would not be.
But
So-
I give him so much credit for being so enterprising, so creative, and using technology to get the world to be able to see what you're doing.
I quite like his background with the shoes as well.
yeah.
This is all garbage that he's turned into.
Amazing.
Good for him. Good for him. The last story I want to do, dude. We take politics and politicians very, very seriously in this day and age. This guy blew my mind, and it was like Punch the Monkey kind of heartwarming to see somebody so knowledgeable, somebody so much in power, let go and have a good time.
Yeah.
Joanne, the Hungarian people voted their new president, prime minister, whoever he is.
Yeah, new government in. So this is the new incoming health minister, I believe.
And it was so refreshing to see this guy do a dance on stage,
Yeah.
where the PM's accepting his position and taking credit for whatever, and the new government's. Check this out. Ajay, you got it?
Yeah.
This is the Hungarian parliament. And I don't know if you have sound. You don't have sound, yeah?
No, we don't.
That's Madonna. Check this dude out, yeah? I love this. Look at that move!
He's upstaging the leader.
All right. All right. This warmed my heart. Can I tell you what we talked about? The new big shot in Tibet who's changing the system, yes? This gentleman is upstaging. He's only the Minister of Health. Not only, he is the Minister of Health, and he's upstaging the president. The fact of the matter remains, I think it's heartwarming that somebody that is normally going to be very, very stiff can get everybody's attention by doing something that is so... And oddly enough, he's the health minister.
Well, yeah, I mean, but Viktor Orban has actually been ruling Hungary for 16 years. So this new party is now coming into power. So obviously this was when they were just celebrating that they haven't been inaugurated or anything yet, but they're obviously celebrating their victory.
And they're all joining in, by the way.
But you know what? He's doing it naturally. All these other people look pretty awkward, but I love the fact that you can be in power, but you can be down to earth.
Yes.
You can be the health minister and prove that you're not there for the wrong reason. You're actually healthy and you're able to dance and move. He's got some great moves, dude.
Yeah.
It seems to be a young crowd. It seems to be very, very, the new government is, and that's what we talk about and we advocate for here on the Merv Brito show. It's lovely to see this.
Do you know what? I mean, when you said that you wanted to talk about this, it just reminded me before the UK elections last year, the leader of the Liberal Democratic Party, which has in the past been seen as the number 3 party in the UK, but unfortunately after the local elections, Reform has started to take a bit more of a grip. But the leader of the Liberal Democratic Party, Ed Davey, he would go out every day campaigning, but he'd do some kind of everyone thought it was just stunts that he was doing, but he would be doing all sorts of different things. But he gained a lot of attention to actually get people to sit up and listen to their policies. So by actually just going out and doing stunts every day, not just going out and doing boring press conferences, he actually got a lot of attention for his people that were standing for election. They gained a lot of seats, in fact.
But I don't listen. That's a no-brainer, basically. But somebody would have the guts to do something like that, right? It worked for him, and people do. You get a lot of people's attention doing this.
Yeah.
This is it the president or the prime minister winning the acceptance speech, and he's on that stage as the health minister, and that's lovely.
Yeah.
Kudos to him. I love the positive. I love the positive vibes, and it's not a stuffy suit-wearing guy that's just up there to be in power. And he's actually part of the process and the people, and it's a brand new government. Good for them. Using technology for good. I love that. Well, that's going to be it, dude.
Well, yeah. Apart from the fact that we need to wish people for their birthday.
No, I want to end with that was such a feel-good story. I want to get up and dance. It's good music. That guy had some moves. Who were you wishing for your birthday, by the way?
Basically, my great friend Alison. It's her birthday on the 13th. So, Irish Alison.
I was going to say Alison James.
No. Hers is in October.
Okay.
But Alison Gorton, it's her birthday on the 13th. And amazingly, another friend of mine from the book club, my London book club, Vicky, it's her birthday on the 18th. It's my goddaughter Hannah's birthday on the 18th. And my lovely friend Anna, Alison's daughter, it's her birthday on the 18th. So,
wow.
Yeah.
A lot of birthdays coming up this week.
Yeah. So she'll be turning sweet 16.
A very happy birthday to all of you guys out there. Whoever's celebrating a birthday today or coming up, Joanne, for all your friends. I like the way you do the shout-outs. I think it's really, really nice because you get to send out these wishes even though you're not in the same place, same country at the same time.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, you've been tuned into the Merv Brito Show. As we always do, this has got to come, and all good things come to an end. We're on social media. We'd love to hear from you. We'd love you to get involved. This is an interactive show. We do the show live from Goa because we're passionate about this place and a lot of the stuff that's happening here that we want to make people aware. But like Joanne just sent a shout out, we want to connect people and bring people together. We talk about these topics, but we really would love your interaction. Social media handles on the screen. They're going to come up right now because Willie works his magic with his fingers. Get in touch with us. We'd love to hear from you. Tell us what you're thinking. Post your comments.
Absolutely. Actually, it's Anna's birthday on the 12th. In fact, I'm getting all my days mixed up. But
don't worry about it.
She's going to be sweet 16.
We'll forgive you. Get in touch with us. If you like what we're doing, we'd love your support. We appreciate every bit of it. Leave us a like, a share, subscribe to our social media handles, but tell people about the show that we do. We have a good time, and we try and put a smile on somebody's face while making them or informing them of stuff that's happening out there.
Absolutely. So just look out for the Merv Brito Show on all your social media handles and channels.
Until next week, it's been an absolute pleasure. I hope you've enjoyed yourself. Until next week, take care of yourselves and take care of one another. This is Merv Brito, and on behalf of the team, we'll see you next week. Have a great week, ladies and gentlemen.